You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
In the month and a half since. And he drills this ball. Goodbye. Bang to begin this series. Oh, what a shot. And what a start for the Dodgers. 1-0 like that. Oh, down. That one gets away. Here comes the runner from third. He's safe. Down to second base goes Brooks. He touches. It's 2-0. And up the middle, Gallagher has delivered again. Scheffler's going to come in. Ball goes to third. And Gallagher's 10th RBI at the College World Series puts the Heels on the board. Swings, and that's one in the right field. In from third is walked. Johnson being set. Throw home is cut off. Two come in. Willis is 3 for 3. And it's 6-1 Sooners. Ball's laced right field, and it is gone! But Dayton Digger makes it 7-1 Sooners.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mayo Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. I like how Shane started you off with Dodgers highlights to kind of butter you up.
Yeah, I know. He could have stopped right there
before hammering you with the College World Series highlights.
Ohtani's homer almost would have been enough.
Yeah, it's your favorite Dodger ever.
It's a heck of a series that the Orioles had against them. They won the series.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, do you want to talk about your baseball team?
No, they're very, very bad.
It's not very kind how you're starting this morning.
Really,
a lot of laughs already. So it might be one of those days.
I'm just,
is this really our Wednesday?
This is our, wait, not really.
Do we work Friday?
No.
So what are we doing? It is our Wednesday.
No, because Wednesday's in the middle of the week.
No. Suave, do you want to explain to Ravi what I'm saying when I say if we don't work Friday that this is our Wednesday?
You mean we only have 2 days left? After this,
would you like to explain?
Yeah, today's hump day technically for the week.
No, but it's actually in the middle. You get what I'm saying? Like
because there's not 5, but
right, that's what I mean.
But it's like your third to last day.
So yes, and that
yesterday was a Tuesday, quote
but it's not in the middle. It's not hump day.
That's what we're on today.
Now you're just saying stuff to say stuff.
I mean, come on now, right?
I almost cussed right away.
That's fast. That's fast. We're 7:03, man. It's too early.
Right, how'd you do last week? Were you okay?
I think I said like 5.
Yeah, he said a bunch.
I think I was on a roll.
He said a bunch because those two like to rage bait me, and then it turns into like
it's
a lot
very fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, they don't even deny it. They're like, this is what we do.
Well, I think Austin is just a baiter anyway, because that's all he pretty much does.
Very proficient at it. You could say he's a master.
Yeah, I can do it both ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're back there in your dark room. It's good to see little Timmy Haircut back. Nice to have you back.
Yeah, Shane's
Shane.
back. Welcome back, Shane.
Good morning.
Shane, one thing we share in common and it is an extraordinary head shape. So
what do you mean?
That thing is impressive. Wow. I didn't know it was really like that. How are we doing this morning? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I feel better.
My voice is raggedy, but it'll come back. It'll come back.
Yeah.
I think you sound great.
So were you eating at all or just?
No, I didn't eat at all.
Just since fluids just leaving the body, huh?
Yeah. I didn't eat at all since Friday.
What happened?
Probably some food poisoning.
Oof. Now everybody goes to that because you think my food storage practices suck, but they're immaculate.
I left here and got some pizza on the way home, and I think that's what it was.
We don't want to put them out there, do we?
I'm not going to go there again.
I
can tell you that.
So you don't have to say much more, but I hope it wasn't the spot that you like to take the bread maker.
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was around here.
Round here.
Big Counting Crows guys, huh?
No.
I mean, you bring them up a lot. That is
hyperbolic.
That and Oasis, you're just always bringing up those
because
two.
you're saying something usually about a Wonderwall and Omaha. Like, that's how you get an Oasis, and that's how you get a Crow.
I'm just saying.
I don't appreciate. I don't have a particular.
Waylon Jennings had a
affinity.
song about Omaha too. We don't go to that one ever.
I don't. I know Waylon Jennings. I
Big
think.
Waylon guy.
No, I'm not.
What do these people have in common that DB might not like them?
I like some white people. I like a lot of white people. That's not a thing.
I like some white people.
Well, I feel you're being extra passive aggressive already.
I meant
this
the
morning.
style of their music, not anything else. I don't know what you're talking about.
Rank your favorite white people.
You should put your wife first.
People would be
That helps.
People would be offended. I know one thing.
What?
I would have a hard time putting like the first girl, like my favorite girl.
I mean, it should probably be your wife.
I might be Bella.
Bella's not white.
Although,
I mean,
well,
she's pretty white.
fawn.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Same color as my wife. They're both light brown.
They're both Hispanic.
Oh no.
There is a right answer here.
Yeah, it's your wife needs to be the number one white person in your life. I don't know what to tell you.
I have a question though.
It's actually Timothy Chalamet, but yeah, sure.
I was saying Rico's goes Timothy Chalamet, and then it goes Ben Stiller, and then it's Tyler Kolick, and then it's Rachel.
Is Tyler
Yes,
Kolick
she understands.
Is Tyler Kolick on your team?
Yeah, he's the only white person on our team.
Yeah, just don't ask security because they're not letting him through.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That's funny.
That's why I said
Because he's the only white person on the team.
They're like, you don't play basketball. Stop.
He's like, I swear I'm on the team. I play.
Tyler Kolick can't read.
I do have a question.
Okay.
This is for. No, I'm not even gonna say girl dads. Let's just because I don't want anybody's feelings hurt.
Okay.
Let's just go to like people that consciously choose female dogs.
Okay.
Like you go to a breeder or to your buddy or to the wherever, and you're like, oh, I think I want a female dog.
To a rescue, maybe.
A rescue.
Yeah.
Why, if you're not going to procreate, would you pick to get a female dog?
They have different temperaments.
Isn't that where we get the one bad B word from?
Well,
We don't want that temperament.
I think that's just more of a.
Why would you make a conscious effort to pick a female dog?
So I think there's a couple. It's different when it's an only dog versus multiple dog house.
Okay.
Temperaments change quite a bit there.
Okay.
In the pack.
It's not Bella's temperament I have a problem with.
Yeah, I know it's the biological part of it. The other part is so like I got Tally after she had been fixed, so I never had to deal with that.
Okay.
She was like a year and a half when I got her.
Yeah.
So like I had no issues. I just didn't have to deal with any of the biology of it all.
Did you send anything to the group?
Who, me?
Yeah.
About what?
Hey, fellas, I want to show you ding dongs what I'm dealing with.
Oh, with the diaper lady?
Do you know how much I spent on diapers yesterday?
More or less than Shane did this weekend.
Shane, did you poop your pants?
What the hell is that? No.
Why
No.
does everybody keep saying you defecated on yourself?
I could have stayed home pretty easily today.
I'm dead serious. Like, why do they like? Did you have? Come on, man! Did it sneak up on you?
No.
Though sometimes that happens. Like when you don't
I'll
feel
take your
good,
word for it.
and then it's like, oh,
Whoa!
yeah, you got to do the double switcheroo. You just flip it around. I'm dead serious because
It's a thing that happens.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
especially if your insides were a little loose. But did you poop your pants?
No. No.
Did you?
You guys are just picking on me because I'm white.
That's not true. Okay. I just want to finish this thing.
While you're looking for the pictures. So,
No, I sent them the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So roughly about $59 yesterday in
Doggy diapers?
because it's trial and error.
Yeah.
So
And she doesn't really have the tail, so there's nothing to keep it on.
right.
Yeah.
And I thought Scott was being serious yesterday in the chat for a second when he said duct tape. But then I realized she has fur, so that's not going to work.
Yeah. So, well, you don't want to duct tape it to her. You duct tape it around the top so that it like keeps it tight.
So I did a lot of Googling, a lot of TikToking.
Mhm.
And I wondered too, because real time, I'm like, some are in onesies, some have suspenders, some have like, why are they all like this is what she's doing right now.
Yeah, she looks like an old lady.
Okay.
In like a muumuu.
So look at that one. She's getting her SAG game right.
That one looks like she's got a boyfriend in prison.
Wow. Aw. Not gonna be violating my Bella.
Isn't that where sagging pants started from?
No.
Oh, that's the root. That's what everybody would said. Like when you were white and sagged your pants, or like went to a white high school and sagged your pants. They're like, that's how they know you have a boyfriend in prison.
They said this at Millard North?
Yes.
Who's they?
I like people's parents and stuff when they were trying to get you to not sag your pants.
Hey, go back to the diaper one, the other diaper one. So those were a waste.
Yeah, that's not working at all.
Those were a waste. So about 7:30 last night.
Kobe, she is sad. She does not enjoy the diaper.
No. She's looking at me like, dude, you're a fool. So about 7:40, FedEx comes for somebody dropped it off, whoever I ordered. Like
the diapers?
Yeah. So I went with these Velcro disposable ones. But you still have to put the pads in there.
Okay.
So she's decided and they kind of Velcro on so they stay, but the material is much different. It's significantly better.
Okay.
So she's a little pretentious.
Yes, Corey, that is why the dog has a diaper.
So she doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
So once
it's on, she
puts the pad in and you Velcro it up, she literally will just sit there.
She's like, I'm not doing this.
So it got competitive. So I think Oklahoma had scored maybe the 6th run. And when we started this process, it was 3-0.
Yeah.
3-1. She sat there for roughly 2.5 innings and just looked at me. And I looked at her and she looked at me and I said, Bella, you're going to have to learn to walk in these things. She's like, yeah, no, not happening.
Just putting it in park.
So I put the straps as loose as they would go around her bunda.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't very, and I patted her belly to make sure she could still breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets up and slinks her little cell phone over to, I said, this little girl, I'm not having this with you the rest of this time. All right. Mom's going to be gone until the next couple of days working. Like, this is me and you.
Mm.
Like, you're going to have to start doing the right thing. Yeah, no. Carrying this little girl around. Like,
you should get a little backpack for her.
I am definitely not that white. That's what you guys do.
T-Mac says, sagging in prison. I had it backwards. Sagging in prison lets other inmates know you're available, not that you're taken.
I thought that was how loud the flatulence was.
I haven't been, so I'm not sure.
That's not what. Okay. I was going to say I haven't either, but.
I mean, jail and prison are different.
A holding place. It's different. So I have to do some more research. And it's like 5 to 7 days of this, sometimes 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a dog that has.
Like, who thought this was a good idea?
So how old is she?
She is 10 months.
Yeah, I personally probably would have got her fixed before the.
Just to be clear, are you questioning God or are you questioning your purchase of a female dog?
I'm going to keep it a buck.
You're questioning God.
Why did they make people that way?
I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of like design flaws in the human body that I'm like, that could not have been.
Like better. There's like easier ways to do this.
Yeah.
Right? But it's kind of overwhelming.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to these. I'm not looking forward to these next days with like any level of excitement.
Sure. Yeah, I would imagine.
I don't.
I
want to call Les, but it's like my guy. Les is like.
Yeah, we love Les.
So Les and his brother Lauren,
great whole family.
We went to the Playfly dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the dogs. They have dogs. Everybody loves dogs. And it was unanimous at the table. hey, let the females go through at least one cycle. They live longer, they're healthier, all this stuff. So I canceled the 3 appointments that I had made in back-to-back weeks because I had a person there for. Then Juan gave me a spot, and I was like, yep, that's the cheapest. Then I thought about it, and I was like, ugh, they don't keep her overnight. Like, I don't want to deal with seeing my dog wounded. So then I booked the 3rd spot. They got canceled too. I should have just done.
Question for you: does Les have big dogs or little dogs?
They're in the middle.
Because usually the rule of thumb with weighting is it's a hormonal issue with joint development. And for larger dogs, that happens later, usually after the first heat. Whereas for smaller dogs, you probably could have gotten it done early.
Well, so here's the caveat for smaller dogs. They're brachial dogs because they got smunchy faces.
Yeah.
So when you put them under, it's a little more dangerous.
Sure. I mean, you're still going to have to put her under at some point,
that
though, right?
scared your boy.
No, I get it. No, I do for sure.
That's quite an investment. I had to make payments.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Right?
But you're going to have to put her under at some point, right?
So is it okay if I prolong it?
That's okay. Yeah, it's just you're going to have to deal with some diaper issues.
Wait a minute. Jeremy's a straight shooter. What did Jeremy say? Jeremy say that's why I never got mine spayed. They don't keep them. So,
mine did.
Okay, so I'm not trying to have this be doggy hour, but because I got to get to you in a minute, Shane.
What I do?
Should you pay for the convenience of the care?
I don't think it's like
there's a $212 difference between an overnight stay and not.
So I haven't gotten one fixed in several years, and it was boys. So I'm not sure.
Wait. None of these dogs should even exist. Dang. Now, come on, man. We go way back. I can't function without my dogs. I'm just telling you. Is he being serious?
I don't know.
He might have to go to his room.
But if we're out on dogs, I'm done. Can't be out on dogs.
You can't be just out.
Yeah, dogs are the best.
We were going to hang out in Oregon.
Not sure either DB and I would be here without our dogs. So
I wouldn't.
I know I wouldn't.
Certainly don't want to speak for you.
I wouldn't.
I don't understand. Like, I'm not doing this for the next 5 days.
So for me, I think the overnight I think that's worth it personally. Like I think every time they've done one of mine, there was an overnight.
Hey, Juan knows a ton about this. Juan, what WWJD? It actually fits. What would Juan have done? Would you have got her spayed before?
I think, yeah.
Scott, you have like 27. Of course you can't.
He's got little guys though, doesn't he?
I'm telling you, the most impressive thing about what they do as a family is they all those dogs stay in a line.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't ever see them get the leashes tangled or I got some idiots.
Have you ever seen? Oh, me too. Like, have you ever seen those dog walkers?
And they're all little.
8 dogs, and they're all just walking. I'm like, how did you manage that?
So my there's a B&B attached to my barbershop.
Juan says spayed before.
Oh, thanks. Good talk, Juan. Appreciate that. A little late in the game. Although he did give me 2 good recommendations. So I'll give him that. But why didn't, I think I asked out loud. No, I know, Heath. I know. Guy's got a funny sense of humor. I didn't even want the dog.
Yeah, didn't it just kind of get dropped off on you?
Man, listen. We're not gonna get into that.
I think I like there's certain parts of a female dog's personality that I enjoy.
No, I mean Bella's
cool.
She's great.
Great dog.
Yeah. Your wife loved her, right?
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, she hung out at the house with the boys for a while.
She's a little cuddle bug.
Yeah.
But she runs the show.
Oh, yeah.
She runs the
Which
show.
is funny because she's like a third of the size of Buddha.
Yeah, I weighed her yesterday. She's 10 pounds, 9 ounces.
Yeah, what's Buddha weigh? Like 25?
No, he's 31.
Okay, yeah. It's so literally a third of the size of Buddha.
Yeah, and Biggie's coming down. I'm starting to see the spine. He looked bad, didn't he?
The back legs looked like they were struggling.
Well, the vet said that he's getting weaker.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. All right. So I'm off the dog thing.
Okay.
I'm maybe a little crabby.
Mhm.
So that's why. What time did I get here? 6:54. I had to
Yeah.
wait for the one last spotting because I know I got 4 hours. And,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
I got you.
Nobody's up, and Biggie's eating wet food. So,
Dude, Bella wanted that wet food so bad.
that's why I have to stand there and gatekeep. Normally, I could just leave.
I was straight boxing that dog out.
She's wild, man. She thinks she runs the place.
She was like, "Wait, what's up?"
Because now that it's not in a bowl, you have to put it on a plate
Yeah.
where he can access it.
Yeah.
She thinks it's a free for all.
Dude, he made a huge mess too.
Dude,
it's all over the place.
I know, man. I know.
So not only did I have to wait, I was like boxing.
He'll get it off the floor.
He does, yeah. So I didn't worry about it, but I had to keep boxing her out because as soon as it got on the floor, she's like, "That's free game. That's mine." And I was like,
I'm glad I put those steaks back in the fridge because you'd have really been letting me have it. Not only are my dogs messy eaters.
"Oh, dude, my dogs are super messy eaters."
Because the other two,
But they clean up for themselves.
It's gone in a hurry.
Yeah, no, they eat fast.
Wait, you have a Dachshund? Are those the wiener dogs?
Yeah, dachshunds.
No, he said Dachshund.
That's how it's pronounced. That's how you pronounce it.
I thought it was like it's like Todd.
Almost. Yeah,
I saw him Friday at WS.
Middle North guy.
Save it. Okay, Shane, back to you for a second before
Why?
we get to. I'm genuinely curious.
I have a question also, and I'm trying not to. It's a genuine question,
Be a Richard head.
but yes, you go
I'm
first.
being sincere
You go
because
first.
even yesterday when you were getting lambasted, I still had your back.
Why was I getting lambasted yesterday?
The end of the show yesterday was extremely funny. It was unless it was you. It was
Oh,
funny.
that's great.
It was funny for everybody else.
Yeah, I hear you laughing, Austin.
It was funny for everybody else.
I
Shane,
hear you laughing too, Ravi. Jerk.
Yeah, you do hear me laughing because my mic's actually on this time.
Oh no,
Shane, if it makes you feel any better, nobody in the stream could hear us for the first 10 minutes that we were on. So that's a
No,
positive.
that's an exaggeration. It was probably
5.
4.
But that's one in your column. That's one in the Shane column. Is that it took us at least 5 minutes to figure out how to produce the show. That's good.
Yeah,
See, that was a nice thing I just said to you right there.
Kobe says it was fucking hilarious as kid.
Is that the first time we've gotten a Shane F-bomb on the air? I think that's the first time we got a Shane F-bomb on the air.
I know he's low key simmering, so I'm chilling. I've been around him forever, so I know he's not tickled right now. I care, man. This is a legit question. Damn it.
All right, somebody dropped it. It's a free for all now, boys.
Kobe is capable of gaslighting anyone at any time. No one is safe around Kobe.
Light the match.
All right, but listen. So you didn't feel good on Friday.
Not until Saturday.
So
He
when
ate the pizza on Friday.
no, so yeah,
Right?
Mhm.
So when did you eat?
Since Friday?
No, when you said you got the pizza Friday.
Yeah.
When did you eat it?
It was like noon.
And you didn't get sick until Saturday?
Yeah.
That's about right for food poisoning. It takes
6-7 hours.
it takes longer than people think.
I mean,
when
not
it's
that I would know.
Yeah, you would be intimately familiar with food
I've
poisoning.
never had food
When
poisoning.
it's not raw, nasty ass meat, it takes a little longer. When it's like normal food. When it's not just like, I just left the shrimp on the counter for 3 days.
You guys are just going to keep bringing up the shrimp.
And it had to be that because that's all I ate that day.
Yeah. It probably, I mean, you like,
I don't eat that much.
especially.
So what were the symptoms?
I
I hate when you act like I'm speaking,
can hear Austin laughing.
Portuguese. What were the symptoms?
Oh, they weren't good.
Jesus. Are you not? Are we just not going to do this, or
Probably not.
okay?
I already did it for like 3 days.
Are we talking about above or below deck? Is that what you're
So
asking?
you had loose stool and you were vomiting, right?
Yeah.
Were you like Did you feel fine? Were you like headaches?
Other than when that was going on, I felt fine.
Okay, so that's why you didn't know if you could leave the house.
I just wanted to. Well, okay. So last time, if you really want to dive deep into this,
So do you want to know what I'm doing?
time-
I'm trying to figure out why your last text was so ambiguous about whether you said, well, I'll probably need one more day. And I was just like, how do you not know?
because you don't know.
Yeah, you got to wait till.
Now I know why.
With a stomach issue like that, I get it.
Which did you know that it was
Not until the day.
okay?
Not until the
so
day.
I'm
No,
asking-
I get what you were asking.
I'm just fact finding.
I get what you were asking.
Go ahead, Shane.
I got nothing.
No, you said if we really want to know, we would like to
No,
know.
I don't want to get into that. Well, last time when okay, do you really want me to get into it?
Yes.
So last time when I was sick and then I ended up working and then somebody got mad. So then I was like, well, maybe I just need to take an extra day just to make sure.
Who got mad?
Somebody, I don't know, just somebody.
Was it you?
Is it because you stained the chair?
Oh no. I don't even know why you let that bother you.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay. I'm just going to ask this and move on. You're typically a very frugal shopper.
Yeah.
Right? You like deals and
yeah.
Is it important or is the amount of ply important to you? 2-ply, 1-ply, 4-ply?
I get the same thing every time.
Okay.
Is it a quality or is it something that like you get at a cheap restaurant? Like what kind of
I get quality.
Okay.
Okay.
That was
I
the
do
question,
believe
right?
that's something you cannot skimp on.
Absolutely.
So ultimately, that was going to be my end game question. Like, do you, because at some point you're just going to be dabbing anyway. Right. So I'm just like,
I'll be honest, there's some point where you're just like, I just got to hop in the shower.
I don't know if
I'm just saying, like, if you're in a bad way, at some point it's like, we're just got to shower off here.
I feel you. Shane, you a big daytime shower guy?
I take a shower whenever I need to.
Well, he is something else. Shane, I'm just telling you, you're one of my favorite people on the planet. Like you have no idea, but your delivery is sensational.
I shower whenever I need to.
Yeah. It makes the texts that drive me crazy a little more palpable. Because when you say things like, I can send the link if it's tonight, only you know if it's tonight. You like that's not for us to like, are you gonna do it or not?
If I don't create the link. So I can't send the link without the link being created. So the link has to be created for me to send the link. So when it's created, then I can send the link. And that's why I said that.
Here's my question though, Shane.
I think you should talk through me. I don't like your delivery with
all
him.
right, Shane, you hold on for a
And I'm
second.
trying to get Sasha to create the link is what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but here's the problem, and this is where I
Oh,
was going to
geez.
come in. Here, you turn your
Why
headphones
did
off.
this turn?
He's going to translate for me so
why
that
did
I don't.
this turn into a bad thing here?
No,
It's
Shane,
not a bad thing.
No, yeah,
we're just
parsing
behind
through.
how the sausage is made, my dude.
Shane, take your headphones off real quick, and then DB will translate.
Okay,
So just earmuffs.
go ahead.
So my question is, after that text, I then had to ask Sasha to make sure she was creating the link. I would like in that situation for it to be like, okay,
So
I'll
Shane,
get it sent out tonight, and then he asks Sasha because
Shane, why did you
producer
just
stuff.
say, "Hey"?
Maybe I wasn't in the mood to be switching back and forth on threads. Maybe I just wanted to get it done and move on.
what do you mean switching back and forth?
Maybe I just wasn't feeling very well, and maybe I just wanted to get out what I needed to get out.
Sounds like plenty of things were getting out, Shane. I don't know that was a concern.
Can I ask one more question and then we move on? I know you don't like for me, like he'll never like hand me the phone.
Yeah.
Right. He has like pictures of his food and stuff and he'll blow it up for
Mhm.
me. He just doesn't want me to hold it. I assume it's kind of a germ thing.
Mhm.
Do you take your phone to the bathroom?
No, never.
Wouldn't that be something? I feel like people would be a lot more efficient if they didn't take their phones in the bathroom.
Rico was in the bathroom for like 45 minutes yesterday.
Dude,
and he had his phone with him.
I swear to God, we were trying to reach Rico, and I'll show you the thread that me and Austin were just like, Enrique, where are you?
And his little legs were like dangling over the seat and stuff.
Oh, I was kicking my leg. Actually, no, I went to the lower toilet. There is one in there it's kind of high.
Oh no.
Okay, so here it is.
Just swinging his leg.
Yeah, it helps release the
So
virus.
I go right here. I go, hey, you want lunch today? And then he goes, that's up to Rico. And I go, Rico? And he goes, Enrique? I go, Mr. Alvarez Clary. And then we're just going back and forth. Just call it father of three, Brunson lover, Puerto, Suave. Rico, are you dead? Like, we're just going back and forth. And he goes, yes, I want food. I was bleeping.
How long? Let me ask.
And
this.
I go, you can't answer a Teams message while you do that? Because I knew he had his phone with him. And he's like, I was watching YouTube.
Unbelievable.
How long do you need to be in the bathroom for you to take your phone in there to watch videos?
It's entirely too long. I actually think that's a waste of. I actually think that particular thing is a waste of time. People make fun of me. It's a waste of time.
Why don't you just get in, get your whatever you got to do, get done, and get out?
I am in complete agreement.
So here's the thing,
your entire life doesn't have to revolve around your phone the entire time that you're awake.
I'm with you.
I largely agree.
I'm with you.
If I'm in a Shane situation, though, and I'm like, this is going to be a day,
no, man.
I'm hunkering down and I'm bringing the cell phone.
It's even worse.
No, like if I'm there and I'm like, there's going to be like an indiscriminate amount of time I'm going to be in the bathroom today.
Dude,
I got to stay entertained somehow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like having, what did Juan say?
Cut one off.
Damn.
No, I'm saying, like, if I know it's going to be an ordeal, like, listen, Shane, I can commiserate with you. Like, I was having a hell of a time in Indy a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
got that right.
If, like, so in the middle, this was in the middle of the night, it was like every 20 minutes, like clockwork.
Dude, that's the only show that we had in Indy where we actually had to take the correct amount of breaks.
Yeah. And I still bailed on
my man was like,
and I still bailed on the Brian Christopherson interview because I was like, DB, I'm going to need a minute. I was like, this break is not going to be a sufficient amount of time to deal with what I got going on here. And so I understand but at a certain point, like the night before when I'm in the hotel and like just fighting for my life, there's a certain point where I'm just like resign myself to like, all right, I'm just going to sit on the toilet and I'm just going to be like watching a show or something. Cause
yeah, that would drive me up the wall.
I mean, listen, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it felt like the best option.
So you want the whole story?
Absolutely. So
I actually sent the boss a text and I said the same thing, but I did that like 8 hours beforehand.
Mm.
So she was operating in the know.
She was operating in the know, and my entire time I was like, God damn it. This is going to end up being a half an hour long segment. I was like, please, God, let me be. Please, let me be okay.
Listen, nothing but grace from me, Shane. I love you, buddy. I just wanted to figure out why that messaging was the way it was. I can't believe. I don't know how I was away for a week. I kind of missed this tomfoolery.
Isn't it fun?
No,
I'm just saying.
It'll be old by tomorrow.
Shane, I totally understand. Listen, poop is funny, man. It's okay. It's cool.
No, it's not.
Yeah, poop is funny.
It's not. If you're
poop is pretty funny.
Poop is funny.
You shouldn't even be like, you're a child. That doesn't even
poop
count.
Is pretty funny.
Like, it directly interfered with my job when we were in Indianapolis, and I was like, in hindsight, it's still pretty funny. Like, the experience wasn't funny, but the stories are kind of like, I'm sitting there fighting for my life while we're talking to Coach Rhule. First time I ever met him in my life, and I'm like, I was like, do not shit your pants in front of this man. Don't you do it. Like, that's my entire, like, I'm trying to ask questions, and I'm just like, if you're ever going to have any sort of like professional relationship with this person, you cannot poop your pants in front of him.
Was that like the hardest core workout you've ever done?
Yeah, dude. Just like lock it in, man.
If this was a poop show,
it'd be different. Wow.
Yeah, apparently TK is not a big poop talk fan. He's just like fighting. He's like, guys, we got to move on to anything else.
My motives were genuine.
Mine too.
No,
always.
No,
always.
Do you guys remember when TK would call into the show in the middle of a lift and be like, yeah, sorry, guys, I'm just, hitting the lat machine right now.
You'd hear this clang clang. Like, ooh, God, what's up? And I'd be like, did you could have waited 5 more minutes till you knocked that set out. You know?
It's true. Yeah. You can't, I mean, listen, you can't really focus while you're on the.
He doesn't. The only difficult part of TK is the cadence. When I don't know when he's done with a thought. Outside of that, he's fine.
Yeah. I think the cadence is much worse when he's at the gym.
Dude, he was lighting me. I don't know. He had a lot on his mind this weekend. He had a lot.
TK says I'd never use the lap machine, frat boy.
Damn.
That's a real O-Lineman answer.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, strictly calf raise. My bad, TK.
TK will go in. TK will go. He gets mad at me. I'm like, look, man.
He was probably on that glute kickback machine or the hip thruster. I know what those O-Linemen are about.
So the last time I saw him, he looked fantastic.
No, he did. He looked good. Yeah.
I wonder what the suit dimensions are. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, I can only imagine. Back when I was lifting a lot, my suits were impossible. It's a good thing my mom's a tailor. I would have had real problems.
Hey, can she take pleats out?
I don't think so.
Because those are him from. I have to look at how that looks.
I'm not sure. I'd have to see what they look, or she'd have to see what they look like. I don't know.
I have a sweet suit that I can now wear, but it has pleated. It has pleated pants. It's probably. It might be COVID.
Depends on who you ask. Some people say pleated pants are coming back.
Those stupid cut-off sweatpants are.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ugh, I see them in everybody's workouts.
Yeah,
now.
I've been seeing it now, like on the 7-on-7. Like it seems like it started like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Nebraska's OTAs too. Like I've seen some guys rock that style.
Like it seems like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I watched some of their workouts Saturday morning, and this guy right here, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good or bad.
Coach Snow
for his age.
Mm-hmm.
He doubled down on those guys' minutes for their core workout.
Oh, yeah.
He got into a double-digit number.
Oof. You've said that before. Like
I didn't believe him.
He's a monster.
I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Like the coaches validate him, and he's like, and he's real, shucksy.
Mm-hmm.
In workout Saturday, he was like, you guys, like it was different. The competitive dude came out. He doubled down. I think it was like 11 or 12 minutes, and I was like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be all weird. Like, let me see, man. What are you working with under there?
Or at least
that's weird.
You just kind of want to hit him a little bit. You just be like, what's going on here?
He's very.
What's weirder?
Does it come across as super approachable in that environment?
What's weirder? Asking to see someone.
Is it more weird or weirder?
I don't know. I think they're both words. Weirder's a real word.
I don't know.
I know it makes you like it doesn't sound like one to you, but it's a real word.
Okay.
Is it weird or is it more weird to be like, hey, let me see the abs, or just like hit him in the stomach a little bit? And I feel like the hit in the stomach's a little more natural. Like if I walk up to
if he was in close proximity.
Yeah. Like stand up here for a second. Like if I just seen you do like a 12-minute ab workout or something, I'd be like, dang man, what's going on? Like that's not crazy.
No.
Right? Like that's not bad.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
But if I'm like,
did you need me to really do that?
Yeah, I didn't need it. Well, but if I'm like, DB, let's see what we got going on here. Like that's weird.
He was checking your abs. He was actually checking.
How were they?
Pretty good.
Let's go.
Pretty solid, you know. Thank you, Next Gen.
Even though I'm in my fat kid clothes.
That's the Coach Williams one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. He's just bigger than me.
No, I just meant size wise for you. That's the biggest one.
Yeah, there's a 4X in here.
Yeah. That's a big one.
He's
a big guy just in general. Like how was he, like 6'4"?
Yeah, he looks terrifying.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
And he's literally the second nicest person on our staff.
Okay.
It's clearly Sikora.
Sikora?
Yes.
Okay. I was saying it's not Jernigan.
Again,
not
Sikora was
Queen.
offering guys from other teams ride homes again.
Well, he's a good dude.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you sit your little behind. And I'm the cool kid guy.
Yeah, you're the one that you get hated on because you're like, hey, they're on a different team. Knock it off.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. That just doesn't bother me. Although Oklahoma was bothering me last night.
Well, that's
and it wasn't the winning.
What was it?
So it was a couple things.
All right.
Number one, I don't know, and it's not a Canadian thing. I save the jokes. I hate his frame jobs. He was not Now his staff was dealing, but he wasn't helping those guys. I hate the snapping of the mitt.
Yeah, no, it drives me crazy, especially on the high ones, like the high breaking balls
he
where he
kept
like brings it
snapping
down.
the mitt, and
Yeah.
I was like, and the thing that was really aggravating me, he would hold it to like wait for the call, and I was like, your frame job sucks. Like,
And that ball was a foot out of the zone.
if you like, I mean, just the snapping and the moving, I was like, who taught you that?
Well, and it's so
and he would like look, and he would wait.
it's so herky jerky that it's obvious you're framing it. Like you want that thing to be smooth. Like you just want to like glide it back into the zone.
And then my favorite is, I have to go this way because he would have the bat,
Mhm.
and my man would be like, I was like, okay.
Just doing too much.
It shouldn't bother me because
Mhm.
everybody has their thing, but that was driving me crazy. But Oklahoma's swag
Mhm.
is incredible.
Yeah.
Like at no point did they not think they were the real deal.
Oh yeah, that's a confident ball club.
Whew. And Carolina came back to roost. They cannot.
Couldn't hit enough.
They can't hit.
Couldn't hit enough.
They just
Yeah.
They and I said, they're going to have to win that game. It's going to have to be 4-3, 5-4.
I
They just
was-
weren't. They just aren't good enough offensively.
Once Oklahoma got to 6, I thought they were in real. Like I was like, they're in real trouble.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the pitching fell apart to that degree to give up 13. But after a certain point, it's like it kind of is what it is.
So I think early. I mean, getting nickel and dimed, right? They had 8
early,
hits and 7
early.
singles.
Yeah.
So that was in the original part of that, and then the dam broke. I
Yeah.
knew Glauber was in trouble with the whole pitch clock thing. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, I get it. He's your guy, but like they went to him pretty early.
So, but I know why though.
What's that?
I didn't mind the move. I felt like high leverage, first and second. He either shuts the door or he doesn't.
Yeah, so it's either we're either still in this thing or it's over.
Yeah, you shut the door with him on that inning and turn the bleeding on, or not.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
So
it was tough out, obviously, and it was kind of weird because I thought none of these games were close per se, Like, well, yesterday was 6-2. That was the closest one.
Kidding. I don't like to be messy, so it's never funny. For me, I hate it to be, and it aggravates me. I do it at the last measure.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a public person at all.
Listen, if I can go the day, I cheer.
Yeah,
You guys can talk about the lack of health later, but I'm like, yeah, one less irritating thing I've got to do.
Well, you do a good job of you're committed to it. Like you won't eat.
Yeah.
In order to not have to go in public.
100%.
Which is, I appreciate the discipline there.
Super committed.
I appreciate the discipline to be like, if I don't want that result, then we're not going to go that process to get there.
Do day before travel?
Yeah. No, I appreciate the dedication.
Before you turn out the lights. So I think you have to turn the water off right then.
No, it's fair. I mean, that's fair.
How about the freshman staff
for Oklahoma?
How much money did those guys make?
Oh, a lot. I mean,
because you look around the country, it's like, shoot, Oregon lost a third of their lineup.
Yeah, I wonder, Oklahoma's going to have to pony up to keep some of those guys.
Yeah.
And
whether they're young.
And that's not, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. That hasn't really been Oklahoma style in terms of, I get that they, LJ, they had to go out and get.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't, maybe I'm misunderstanding
the mercurial one. How sick were you of seeing his mom?
It was a lot.
More or less than Switzer or Bosworth or
I got
the growing Oklahoman contingency.
I think I was more sick of Mercurious's mom. I only saw Switzer a couple times.
Hey, I cringe.
Yeah.
Gosh, should I say this? Everybody knows everything about me anyway, but the whole, and I'm typically only like this with brothers. So full disclosure, I hate the whole mama's boy thing.
Oh yeah, you really do. Hate that.
It just I don't know if it's being a black man or just like the split household. I hate that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I had to see one more heart emoji on camera, I was like, stop. doing that. Please stop. And I don't know why. Like, I don't really have a great like. It's very below the. It's deep. It's deep seated.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Why it annoys me. But I mean, they make movies about Mama's Boys, right?
Yeah.
I think one was called Mama's Boy. And it's like, just come on, man. Like,
Do you think it's a cultural thing for you? Did the
so
let
me give you an easy comparison.
Yeah, because I have one too. A comparison.
Eminem makes songs.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the whole mom spaghetti and moving on and was a very different vibe than Dear Mama from Tupac. Vastly different vantage points on.
I would say Eminem had a complicated relationship with his mother.
So did Pac.
Yeah.
But he ends up gumping, and Eminem's like, man, okay, time to move on.
What about
and I'm not, listen, I love my mom.
Yeah,
I do.
Dee's great.
I don't want her temperament though.
No, that's are you equating Mama's Boys to people that have their mother's temperaments? Or are you assuming that's a correlation?
I just think at some point, yeah, well, kind of. At some point, like men need men. That's what I think. How's that for taboo?
No, I think that I'm trying. I think that might. That's why I asked if it was like a cultural thing.
Culture, yes, I do think that.
So
with such division in the home, there's no other ethnic group where the matriarch is pit against the patriarch more than in our culture.
Sure.
Daddy ain't bleep. Your mom's a hooker. You know what I mean? Like nobody, like,
yeah,
it's very out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so
it drives me crazy.
My question, I guess, was, does it bother you because of the resulting temperament of the children, or does it bother you because when you go and you see a prominent black man and there's the relationship with his mother, it puts into focus the lack of presence of the father?
Probably a little of both if I'm keeping it a buck.
Okay. Because that's what, I mean, if I am trying to put myself in your shoes, that's probably the thing that would bother me, where it'd be like, oh, look, such a doting mom. Dad's nowhere to be found. That's what would bother me about.
I mean, it makes me feel a certain type of way.
We saw, let me ask you this one, because we saw, this is a really close comparison, because we saw it a couple days ago at the College World Series with the Branch brothers. We saw mom crying. They were showing her a ton. You had the home run for Colby in his last at bat. Waterworks immediately. Did that bother you?
No.
Is it because dad's standing right next to her?
Real time, I don't know. Like, I don't want to give you the revisionist history answer.
Yeah. I just didn't know if you thought about it in real time.
I didn't, so I don't want to make it up, right? Mm-hmm. But it didn't bother me. But conversely, when somebody says, hey, mom, you're the real MVP, in the moment, that wouldn't bother me.
Was like KD?
If I didn't see how he acted.
Sure. The rest of the time?
The rest of the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so that's what I equate it to.
Sure.
That's what I equate it to. So it's like, if KD wasn't such a baby.
Yeah.
And this isn't like, this hear my heart. This isn't like toxic masculinity as much as on the surface you'd think it would be. Mm-hmm. It's.
No, I think I understand like where your heart's at on this.
For some reason, I'm like, come on, dads. Like,
that's why I asked about kind of the dynamics of, again, the resulting
and I have
child versus.
I have 1,000 case studies coaching.
Yeah. Versus just the emphasis of the lack of male figures in the life.
I do think to some degree, it is a little bit of a cultural thing, because I coached a kid. I'm not going to put him out there, but he was Anglo. Mm-hmm. And his mom was imploring that I invest. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, we'd like to get him into your school. Like, we want him to stay close to you, this, that, and the other. And it was like, okay, I can have something very similar differently. And it's like, hey, I got this. So it's very individual.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So like my percentage of having I just have a lot of documentation.
So like a lot
it's
of
not always one
sure
the same with one versus the other, but it's like, sometimes we can't play on both sides of the streets, and then you want the discipline.
Is it so? Part of it seems like for you, correct me if I'm wrong here, is the fact that within certain situations or cultures, the mother in the situation is like, hey, please invest in my son. He needs adult male role models, versus because of certain factors, sometimes the mom is like, we don't need anybody else.
Generally speaking, I don't even know how we got into this. Generally speaking, I think dads will be like, hey, listen to your mom. Generally speaking, moms will be like, your dad ain't bleep. That bugs me, because I think with young people, you have to keep the dream alive.
Sure.
Right? Like, it's not about the dynamics here. It's about the dynamics down here. And too often we miss that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we got there after talking about Shane's loose stool. But Shane, I just wanted to take the heat I can't even say pressure. I want to take the attention off of you.
Off my shit.
It's okay.
Dude, it happens to everybody. Everybody gets.
What's okay?
That's like 3 expletives in 50 minutes. Austin is a child. Is that Austin or Rico?
That's Austin.
That's awesome. Austin, is there a super explicit? I mean, we've.
So these are all different segments. So we are on a 3 in a row explicit commentary. So that's good.
And you didn't even get into the the crux of what happened on Friday before I had food poisoning.
Well, what happened, babe?
Yeah, what we got?
I talked
Remember
to you
I
on Friday,
texted you
didn't I?
about it, Ravi?
What did you have? What happened on Friday?
Ceiling?
Oh yeah. Oof. Oh, you were having a bad weekend, bud.
Yeah, it was bad.
Shoot, not mine. Although my plumbing bill was only $165.
Your poop hit the ceiling?
I wish.
He's just.
You ever seen Daddy Daycare? Because I missed.
No.
Is that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it then.
Oh, you're a hater.
I just don't like it. What do you want me to do? You want me to go out of my way to see movies of people I don't like? What are we talking about here, man?
No, but sometimes you can be surprised. I like a couple of movies with Tom Cruise, and I think he blows chunks.
What's your least favorite food?
Like, do you need a category or just
pick anything?
Brussels sprouts.
So, like, you don't like Brussels sprouts. It's not like you're going to restaurants and be like, maybe I'll be surprised. Let's order more Brussels sprouts.
I don't know if it's intentional to drive me up the wall, but there are a couple people in our house that really enjoy Brussels sprouts, and they try to fix them multiple ways. And every time they say, hey, here, try it.
You might be surprised. Nope. That's Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's my Brussels sprouts. I'm just like, I'm not interested.
That's a terrible analogy because he has more range than a Brussels sprout.
Listen, you listen to some of these white people will tell you how many ways they can make up a Brussels sprout. Dude, Brussels sprouts are like a
why is a white thing?
Because, man, I've never seen anybody who's not white be like, oh man, I love me some Brussels sprouts.
My mom, now she's light complexion, but she's very black.
Yeah, but like
she loves Brussels sprouts.
It was like a hipster thing to be like, oh, look at all this stuff we can do with Brussels sprouts.
For whatever the reason, they did start to make a lot of appetizers.
Yeah, it was like a 2010s hipster thing. It's like, here's your water in a mason jar, and here's Brussels sprouts 18 different ways.
You think Bill's just like, oh my God, why'd I hire these two?
I'm sure he is.
I said
first segment.
Listen, I've said this once. I've said it 1,000 times. When we went all digital, he sat us down and he showed us a clip of Howard Stern, and I was like, bet you got it.
So you don't get the actor thing?
No, I understand it, but my point is, Like there might be better versions of Brussels sprouts so that you find more.
Is there an actor that you don't like that's had a good movie?
I mean, a few, but not to the like. I'm never gonna be like, oh, Chevy Chase, hilarious. I also think it's different with comedies versus dramas because I agree with you on Tom Cruise. I don't love him, but Edge of Tomorrow.
I just use him as there's several.
Yeah, like Edge of Tomorrow is a great movie. I love Top Gun
Claire
Maverick.
Danes is certifiable, but she's good in some movies.
But comedy's different. Where it's like if I just don't like your style of comedy, you're gonna have a real hell of a hard time making me laugh. You know what I mean? It's different where it's like, oh, Tom Cruise got a good script. This is fine.
In some first hour.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sorry.
We'll see if we're back for number 2. We got Tim next, don't we?
Yeah.
Did you mean to say number 2?
Always. We've got Tim VERGHESE coming up next because we won't be here.
I didn't even know he was today. You told me yesterday, and I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot until it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, "Wait, who's our? Oh, it's Tim."
So, what happened to the scheduled release of what we're actually doing? You know, I need help.
I sent the rundown.
Not what you and I are going to talk about, but like on the social media.
I don't know. Is that out there? Did we send one out this morning?
No, Daniel Bowfinger was not very good.
No, I don't think we had a lineup. Yeah, we didn't have a lineup graphic.
See, that's
today.
why.
Is that the problem?
Is that Sash? She gets a ton of grace. She is on up.
Yeah,
She's not good.
Just have yeah.
Did she give herself the day off?
No, she never does that ever. She took a day, Saturday, I think.
You know, I try to be uplifting.
Mhm.
I was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, no. I felt like I got sent to my room.
DB, go to the principal's office.
I said, you good? No. Wanna? No. See you later.
Well, good talk.
All right.
Coming up next, we'll talk to Tim
I just want
VERGHESE.
to make sure you're okay. Shane, you good? Suave? Nah, I ain't messing with Rico. Austin, you can kick rocks.
We got Tim from Inside Nebraska coming up next. We got another commit yesterday.
Dude, they're coming.
Got lots of stuff going on. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time to slide into savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $379 a month, a platinum lease worth driving home. This June, the savings are as big as the season. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month while supplies last. Don't miss your pitch. Slide into savings at Edwards Nissan.
Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Tim VERGHESE from inside Nebraska. Tim, how we doing?
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
TV, how we doing, bud? I feel like, are you sick of me?
No, never. I
Okay.
texted you last night. You never texted me back.
Uh-oh. Hey, you know the cool thing about my... Oh, he's in blue, yo. No, okay. So wait. So here's the cool thing about, I've been complaining about my phone switching over because there are like new people in my, whatever you call it, phone book.
Contacts, yeah.
That aren't mine, right? Like, I don't know whose they are. Everybody has their hypothesis on what happened. Ravi, what do you think happened?
I think when you switched over to Google, it like just took your Google account and whatever people like call themselves in their own Google accounts, and that's your contact list now.
Yeah. So, for instance, TV, there's a group text, and one of the people on there is infamously named what, Ravi?
In the group chat?
Juju.
Juju? Yeah.
I have no idea who Juju is. Right?
Well, I mean, we do now.
I do now, though. So apparently it's Caleb. Somebody calls him Juju. And he sent me this nice message from a couple weeks ago, maybe. And I never responded. So he sent me a Father's Day message yesterday. And he goes, even though you didn't respond to my first nice message, I'm going to try again. And I was like, wait a minute. When did you text me?
It was a really nice message, too.
It was great.
Yeah,
I
it was
almost
like
cried reading it the first. Like,
really
I was like,
heartfelt.
oh, why did I skip that?
It's like really kind.
But it says, I showed Robbie, I said, see, it says Juju. I have no idea who the flip Juju is.
Yeah.
Like, so where I was going with this is in 24 hours. So 24 hours from when you sent that text, it will alert me that I haven't responded. So it'll bring you back to the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta wait for like
no.
He'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah.
Tim, I am so stressed. There are too many women in my house, and I cannot function. Like, my dog is driving me crazy. So I'm like, I'm at wit's end with this little girl. So, and I have, as you saw Saturday, another terror that drives me up the wall. And by the way, is it not weird? I just have to put a chip in Zoe. She knows every square inch of that campus. She knows the secret entrances. She knows like where the garages are open, where you don't have. I could not. It's like the grocery store. I could not see her for an hour, and I know she's fine. Like, she knows every inch of that campus.
You put GoPro on her. She gives just tours to people.
Dude, and all she does is talk. This girl's never met a stranger. Never met.
I was gonna say she might have put on more miles than anybody on Saturday.
And I like to get around, right? How hard was it for you, TV, to work the schedule with all the? Because I tell these guys what Nebraska pulled off is bigger, in my opinion, than just Battle of the Boneyard, right? It was the OV weekend. It was the Battle of the Boneyards. It was the reveal. You know, they had to navigate the weather. They had all the preseason ticket sales. Like, coaches are sporadically having, you either got to be at Firethorn or there's dinner at Capitol, but then there's guys you want to watch. Like, I felt like it's a stressful weekend, but it's got to be well worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. I mean, just I would say not even the weeks, it's the months leading up to June 20th and the time that went into this. I mean, props to everybody in that building for this weekend went off. I would say generally, all things considered, without a hitch. You know, I thought things went well on Saturday. I thought, OV weekend, things went well. I mean, and I mean, we saw it on Saturday too. It was good to see the coaches kind of hanging around, some of the commits hanging around. But for me, I thought, like you mentioned, to be able to navigate that kind of on a whim of, okay, weather's rolling in, we got to move indoors. Oh, we're fine, we're good. And you know, I mean, I talked to coaches all day, and they were I mean, the first thing they said when I was talking to them was, you know, for the guys that had never been to Nebraska, they talked about the facilities, but all day they were pretty impressed with how Nebraska adjusted and made things work, and just about every team there. Would like to come back, and that's encouraging. That's positive. You had some of the top teams in the country in town. It was really good to see all of that competition, see them bring their best. Those guys compete. That was really cool. And then, like I said, you know, I think the biggest thing for me coming out of the weekend, this 27 class, man, they have some camaraderie. It was really cool to see them really start to gel together.
Let me back up before I let Ravi and everybody else get all hot and heavy in the battle of the Boneyard and the actual recruiting weekend. I want to go back to the state 7-on-7. This is the second or third year that you actually are like a boots on the ground, put eyes on this thing. Like you're all over the place watching. Has the floor raised in your opinion, or just tell me or walk me through what you're seeing in terms of overall talent level since you've been watching this?
Yeah, I mean, the first year I came, I mean, when I first got back here, I mean, I told Steve this when I stopped by Warren Academy. I said, man, this thing is, you have a lot more people here than you did when I was in college, and like when I used to pop through the facility in college. So I think the floor in general, in terms of athleticism around the state, has improved since I was in college, at least. But I think over these last few years, I mean, of course, you have your power programs. You're going to see this fluctuation in talent. But we talked about it. I think as an overall team, I think Westside's going to be the strongest team this year as a overall unit compared to anybody else. But no, I like you mentioned, I think the floor is raised. For me, what was fun to watch was just all these different guys in the 27 and 28 class who I'm like, okay, well, I have an idea of who this guy is, but I want to see a little, like, what are you doing? Like Miller North, no one talks about Sean Hall. It's a good football player, right? You know, I mean, that's a guy who can play football somewhere, you know? I thought Sean was really impressive. In the 28 cycle, Isaiah Bolin, I thought had, you know, for me, I think it was a good player. Yeah, it was encouraging to see him across 3 days. I think there's something with him, you know, where there's still something in there where it's like, hey, I want to see a little more as a junior. I want to see a little more moving forward. It was encouraging to see him. Jarvis Lott was encouraging to see him. I'm blanking on it off the top of my head. Bennington had a corner, first name Baylor, I forget his last name, but I thought he had a really encouraging performance across the 2 days I saw, and that for me is the best. Is the best is getting to see these guys compete against each other, and then getting an idea of who they are, where they kind of stack in. For me, like I've seen Liebentritt before, but I haven't seen him in this up close and get this much time around him. Minnesota's got a good one there, man. That's a good athlete.
Yeah, he's sensational. I've watched him since he was a pup. Coached his brother when he was a kid. He is outstanding. He's long. He runs like he doesn't have bones in his body. He's very fluid. He's fast. He can high point balls. And I said this before, Tim, and you know, I was talking to Coach Collins about Micah, and I'll let you get to that in a sec, but Minnesota knows what they're doing with guys in the secondary. And I think him saying yes to them early and not really going through the recruiting process, I think is going to really pay dividends for Liebentritt.
Yeah, it's not hard to squint. You don't have to squint to see what that'll look like in a Minnesota defense. Like I look at that and I'm like, okay, well, I know exactly how this is going to fit in what Minnesota does.
Tim, when you're looking at some guys from the Nebraska portion of the 7-on-7, you mentioned, you know, like from Miller North, Sean over there, that, you know, kind of surprised you. Was there anybody that just stuck out, whether it's, you know, maybe not a Power 4 guy or whatever, but you say it like FCS even, you're like, oh man, this guy's a lot better than I realized?
Oh, off the top, I'm trying to think if there was again, blanking on the name, 54 from Miller South, the receiver.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
on the receiving end of a lot for Trey. But he was one that was pleasantly surprised because I just wanted to see what Trey had. You know, I mean, obviously we know Tay Ellis, we know, some of the guys out there at Miller South, but he was one for me that just getting around him, getting to see that chemistry get developed just off the strength of their chemistry and what he can provide. For Trey, I think he's got a chance to see a nice kind of, I think, boost this fall. Just he's a good frame, sure hands. I thought he did enough over the weekend, but yeah, like he's one for me. I thought had a good weekend. I mentioned him before, but Jarvis Lott, another one in 28 cycle. You know, for me on tape, it always felt like I was looking for a little more athleticism, looking for a little more quickness. Getting around him in person, you see, the frame, you get to see the technique, and you're like, oh, well, we can work with this. You know, I think getting around him, I was like, I was encouraged by the fact that we can work with everything he's got.
What I asked you, I think on, I don't know if this is, I think it was online or on text. Whatever, you can fill in the blanks. walk me through the DBs that you liked, or the offensive guys that you liked in 7-on-7.
Yeah, I talked about.
You can leave the. This is hard for me because I don't. Whatever, man. Yeah. Whoever you want to talk about. Just do that.
Yeah, but no, I figured we were going to get to it at some point. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was like I said, I wanted to get eyes on Lott. I wanted to get eyes on Bolin. I thought Akili over at Millard North, I'm really excited about him and what these next few years are going to look like. Again, when you talk about good athletes, how they move in space and stuff like that, I think Akili does a lot of that stuff well. Mentioned it on here last Friday. I thought Torrey had a good Thursday. He wasn't there on Friday, but I thought Torrey had a good Thursday. All things considered, and I think I don't know. And then I mean we had why am I blanking on? Who am I trying to think of? We had Liebentritt, talked about him a little bit, but yeah, and this we've been texting about Mike a little bit all off season, but this is my first time around him for a couple of days. Got to see him on Saturday again, as well. The thing with Micah for me, just physical tools wise, I didn't expect. And I think, Rob, we talked about that too. He keeps getting bigger. Like, it's weird. Like, it was just one of those things where it was just like, he just doesn't look like he did in the fall. And it's just like, man, the biceps just keep getting bigger. It's like, what are you doing? But that, and then for me, I would say the catch point instincts. Like, I think the sure-handedness is still something that's coming along, but the instincts at the catch point from the safety position, because we saw my corner last year, for me getting to see him from working from the top down was pretty encouraging.
Tim, when you're looking at Micah specifically here, obviously we saw him at the Nebraska 7-on-7 event and then at the Battle of the Boneyard. Were you surprised, or I guess what was your takeaway of seeing him? Like, we knew we could play at the Nebraska kind of level against that level of competition. What was your takeaway of seeing him again in the setting at Battle of the Boneyard, whereas from everything that I heard was a pretty high level of athletes out there?
Oh, the level of competition at Boneyard this year was elite. I mean, we had multiple elite. We had legit star talent at the receiver and DB group. I mean, we're talking about 2027 5 stars in Dante Wright, who's committed to Miami. Elite 27 corner Juju Johnson, Jalen Hill, the Nebraska commit, and then you work your way down. And 2028, Jermaine Cobbins was out there working with NPA. On the wide receiver side of things, you had Carter St. Junius, you had Bubba Brown for Fast Houston, who were both really good over the weekend. And you had a lot of that, a lot of that. You had, I mean, the number 6 tight end just kind of popped up on a whim on Saturday morning and decided, hey, I'm going to compete and land an offer. So yeah, and I think the thing for me, and DB, I wonder how you feel about this. What was really cool to see across all of this, it didn't matter who Mike is playing. He's got that same energy across the board. Like, we obviously the emotions, emotions in terms of ramping it up, the emotions went up a little bit against Miller South, but in terms of just bringing it, he was consistently bringing it. Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised how the Domo's regional blend, how well they competed, whether it was, I thought Kingston Moore was outstanding. I thought Canberry was outstanding. I thought Tate Jenkins was outstanding. I try not to be biased. I thought Micah showed he belonged. Like that.
Yeah.
Roland was good. I like my tweener from the big guy from Southeast who dealt us fits for 2 days at Passingly in the 7-on-7 state tournament. Like for a big guy, I thought he used his frame well. To get down to the 2-point conversion against Midwest Boom, I was encouraged by they weren't in awe or overwhelmed with elite level talent across the country.
And I talking to guys from the event too. That is what Izzy Jonigan mentioned. That a couple of the Nebraska
And they're
guys
all
mentioned
young.
that too.
Like
Right.
he's playing a lot of this year. He's playing a lot of 2028 guys. Like
Right.
next year, they're gonna be way good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I was talking to all of these guys too, and for them, it's. I asked a couple of guys, hey, what did you learn about yourself from this event? And it's just I can hang with anybody. Like for Izzy, that was a big thing for him. He's from Kansas City Center, and getting to go compete against some top national competition, getting to go up against, hey, I gotta face a 4-star DB. I don't really get to do that in Kansas City all that often, but I got to do that on a random Saturday in June, and I got to prove that I belonged, and so that was really cool.
Tim, when you're looking at the Nebraska recruiting part of this equation, obviously most of the guys on campus this week were already committed. You got the additional commit from last weekend's class with Barrett Kitrell coming into the class. What did you think it was going to come down to between him and Kuhn in terms of whether or not Nebraska took one, both, who was going to get that spot? Like, how did that process play out?
Nebraska would have taken both is the read I've gotten. They would have been happy to take both. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're in a spot where and I've had some questions about this too. I mean, you look at DB recruiting as well. Like, look, if it was up to, certain people in the building, they maybe have more DBs in the room. They maybe have more, but we're in a cycle, maybe more alignment. I mean, if you ask Jeep, honestly, he'd probably tell you he'd want 6 or 7 offensive linemen in a cycle. Like he'd like to really add some depth to that room, but there's only so much to go around. And so this one, at least for Nebraska, I think with Kitrell, with what they already did in the room and what's left, Kitrell's one of those, and I think I put Erickson in this too, but Kitrell's one of those, like, you stash develop. That's a guy in 1 to 2, or I guess 2 to 3 years where, like, it wouldn't surprise me if he's starting. And talked to him a little bit last night. I'll have that story up later today. His projections changed. I think that's really important too.
I agree.
He said, he talked to Coach Wade over the weekend on his OV. He's grown a little bit. So now he's a tackle-to-tackle projection, not a guard-to-guard projection.
So TV, that was the guy. This is a long time ago when I said, hey, we're going to go watch high school basketball. We went to Lincoln Christian and Ashton Greenwood, and they wanted to watch. Coach Wade was out of town, so he sent Coach Rhule and Coach Wishon, and he didn't send me. Coach Rhule was just like, hey, let's just go watch high school basketball. And I was telling these guys yesterday, Kitrell's growth. He looked very lean, and he was kind of not a rim runner because he plays above the rim, but he was very end to end for Ashland. I was like, God, he's pretty athletic for his size, but he looked smaller. Saturday, when I saw him, I told these guys this yesterday, he looked huge. I said, he must be one of those guys whose weight can fluctuate quite a bit. When he wants to come down, he can. And when he's carrying his natural weight, he's a big kid. He's bigger than I thought. I knew he was athletic, but he's definitely bigger than I thought. I'm glad you said his projection has changed.
Yeah, and that, for me, that was eye-opening as well, because now you look at this class and you look at what they've done, and now you have 2 6'4"-ish, kind of tackle type projections in Timmy and Barrett, and both of these guys exceptionally athletic. You look at the tape, and they're both athletic enough to play tackle. It's just going to be a question with both of them is is the length they have in their frame. And, from a wingspan standpoint, from a range, can they keep this up at the next level? And that's going to be a wait and see type thing with both of these guys. But I think you're generally encouraged by what Jeep is done with this group. I really like Barrett. I'm excited to see him in the fall. It's going to be one of those things, and offensive linemen are typically like this. We got a little spoiled, maybe people got a little spoiled in the fact that you have a Jordan Agbanoma type in this class that is kind of a plug and play. But he's going to be a stash to develop. You got to be a little patient, but I think if you trust the development with Kitrell, there's upside there. There's a lot of upside, untapped upside, I would say, in that frame.
Tim, when you're looking at these linemen and where you're projecting them, how much is it, we talk about tackles and a lot of people talk about height. How much is it for you, height versus length versus athleticism? I imagine there's some sort of sliding scale. Well, if you're 6'6", then your length can be, or your athleticism can be here. But if you're 6'4", your athleticism needs to, how are you looking at that when you're looking at a Kitrell or somebody else trying to figure out, hey, what are their projections positionally?
It's a sliding scale for me, but what's interesting? One of my long-standing theories has been that part of the reason that Saban walked out when he did, and something you're seeing across the sport is the Saban tree are a little behind it, and they were the ones that kind of set the standard on some of these just evaluation stuff in the modern day. But I think they're a little behind when it comes to offensive line. I mean, you saw the way Alabama recruited offensive line in the 2010s and in the early 2020s, and now you see how that's changed. And I mean, you look at Texas, Texas is one where they have fully been on that same tree. Kyle Flood, the offensive line coach, and their offensive line play has not been what it should be for a program like Texas. And that's the case at a couple programs. And part of the reason is I think the recruiting model at offensive tackle, offensive line in general, is a little bit outdated. You can't get away with the 6'6", 320 plus pounder from IMG with slow feet just because he's a monster of a human being and has looked like that for 3 years, in high school. You used to be able to, you can't get away with that. You need athleticism. And so for me, athleticism is the number one thing I'm looking for now in offensive tackles. I need you to be athletic. And if ideally I can pair, a big frame with athleticism, I'm all for it. But for me, I really like Timmy for that reason. Coming out when I was on the Michigan beat, I went out to cover Lee Summit North to go see Caden Green. I left that game, and I've got my notes on it too. I left that game more high on Armand Membu than I was Caden Green, just because Membu's a twitchy explode. Membu's an athlete, and so I look at athleticism. That's the number one thing I look for. I've seen enough big frames that lumber around and can't move and can't get low and don't have the foot drive or the lateral athleticism or lateral agility to truly play tackle. I've seen it. I'm over the big guys we have to eventually move inside because they just don't have what it takes to hang at tackle. And so I personally, I look at athleticism first and foremost. And of course there's a baseline. You can't be 6'3" and play power 4 tackle, unfortunately. That's just, unless you got exceptional length, Kennedy Brown is probably going to be one of those guys who could maybe get away with it just because he's got an 80-inch wing.
So Tim,
it's the great equalizer.
Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of funny because I always have thought about this in the sense of what they're going up against, right? And what's the biggest outside, either 7'9" or outside linebacker? What's the biggest guy you're going to face in college at the Power 4 level? 280?
Ooh. Yeah, at edge?
Yeah.
280. Yeah, 280, 275, 280 is probably going to be your max. You're going to get your rare, no, I don't even know if you get, Ohio State's going to have a 290, we'll have a 290 pounder. I think Jason Moore's getting up there.
But that's the biggest guy you'll face on that, right?
Yeah.
So my question's always kind of been okay, so if every offensive lineman basically in the Power 4 is bigger than that, then shouldn't the factor on what makes a good tackle be something else? I'm asking the question.
Or you backed him into the ants.
Well, I'm asking the question
he's smart enough. He'll figure.
I genuinely have wondered that because okay, Like, I understand on the inside every once in a while. We're getting away from it too, but like, you'll get some 320 pounders and stuff like that. So you need some mass on the interior. I've always understood that. And you know, maybe like a shorter guy that has lower center of gravity. He doesn't have to keep guys away from his body as much with long arms. But on the outs, like if you're on a tackle, so I've always thought like, okay, minimum you're talking about, you've got probably a 20-pound weight advantage on any edge you're going to face if you're an offensive, like a powerful offensive tackle. Like, at what point does being 6'7", 6'6", and having a 40 or 50-pound weight advantage actually help you versus I can just stay in front of this guy all the time and I'm already bigger than he is?
So I think like that's part of my point of just like, I don't think we ever needed to get to that. We don't need 330, 340 pound offensive tackles. Like, we just don't. You don't need the 40, 50 pound weight advantage. But I do think you need the 20, 30-ish pound weight advantage. Like, I think you're moving backwards and you're moving backwards. You're trying to stop a guy in his tracks. Like, you need a bit of a weight advantage. But I generally agree, just in the sense that that's my general point too. Is like, look, you do get your freaks. You still get your freaks. I mean, Juan Gaston at Georgia right now, he was coming out of high school 6'7", 346 pounds, and it looked exceptional. You know, it's like, oh, that guy can hold 360 maybe at the next level. Like that, you still get your rare guys where it's like, okay, that he's still athletic enough to do that. Those guys are rare. They typically end up at Georgia because that's just what Kirby does. But when you look around though, like, yeah, you don't need, and even, you know, asking around, I mean, about Nebraska's plan for some of these guys, you know, they talk to Kitrell. They don't need Kitrell to be a 320 pounder. Like, they need him to be 290, 300, 310. Like, they need him to be in that range. You know, with Claude Mpuma, I don't think that you need Claude Mpuma to be 333. He's huge. He's huge. And I don't know if you need him to be 3.
Right? Really?
Like, you probably don't want him to get too big, right?
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even going to preface this by saying I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, because I don't care if I'd rather be right than well liked. So I'm going to keep it a buck. He's extremely athletic. He is tremendous size. Mbanga is not a huge guy. Good size, extremely athletic.
Yes.
Like, I look at Erickson, who you mentioned as somebody you can store, athletic, long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what they're doing, you can see. Defensive line, right? There was a year 3 regression. You can tell they're intentional about what they're after in the recruiting cycles and what's on campus currently. I mean, if you look at Riley Van Poppel, he's doing this deal like he's golfing on TikTok. Look at his frame. Watch Corey Brown teach at those clinics that you and I always talk about in those camps. Like, you can see what they're trying to do, and they're on the same page. Spent 30 minutes with Coach Teasley Saturday. He sounds like Coach Wade. They get along well. They've known each other for 15 years, right? Arch, Yelk, Corey Brown, Roy Manning. Familiarity. Like, you know what they're trying to do, because I don't know, man. Like, this is the first time in a minute I can actually see what the end game is supposed to look like.
Yeah, I've had that thought this offseason. I've had that thought shared to me by few people on staff of just like, and they've been other places and they're like, hey, this reminds me of, you know, and truthfully, it's like, hey, like, this feels like we got it right. Like for some guys, they talked about it, reminding them of kind of like year 1 at like a previous school, where it's like, hey, like, this is the group. There's a lot of energy, and it's like but they've got something and they're aligned. And there's that alignment. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago in my story, kind of catching up with like agents and parents and stuff like that on Nebraska. There is a feeling of alignment, better alignment from the coaching staff down. You talk about D linemen, you know, Van Poppel's one where I think we're dismissing the importance and the value of 1 year of just being out there thrown into the fire and getting that experience and out playing in a different system by a coach that's going to push him. A coach that's going to kind of light a fire under that, like consistently push him, like not going to let him get, I would say, you know, just, you know, he's not going to get caught up. And I think part of it too is having the guys around him, like with the effort and the energy that Jasir Whittington just brings just as a human being, like you're going to be pushed. Just being in, like having to keep that guy at bay, or having to make sure you're matching that guy's energy. So between the coaching staff and the guys they've brought in, yeah, like there's an energy difference. I also say this too, just being around the program. I haven't noted this, I don't think, anywhere in writing. Tyson Terry looks like Tyson Terry, Tyson Terry.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he looks like Tyson Terry 2.0. You know what I mean? Like it's like he's just like evolved to another level.
So I kind of, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I've known him forever, right? I mean, it's a guy that babysat Zoe. When I saw him at Bishop Gorman lifting, when we got off the plane, like they had some guys that were already down. We went right to the facility from the airport, and I looked at him, and it was cool. Like it was him, Gage Stenger. There were some guys that were banged up. Deshaun Singleton was working out, like that were banged up that had gotten a head start. And I kind of watched him, and when I came back, I told Ravi, I was like, man, I said, it's good to see Tyson and those guys lifting. Like he looks sensational. Then spring ball happened, pre-spring ball, like not the game hadn't happened yet. And I go, I said, Tyson's kind of interesting. He seems like he's settling in, but he's still playing catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had the good spring game, and I was like, oh, okay, I can start to see this. Then I saw him at the thing at Werner with Austin.
Oh,
and
the
those
neon
guys,
baseball
the
thing?
neon baseball league.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the dude. Then 3 weeks ago, he's here in Omaha training. It's like Caleb, Christian, Jones, the Rezaks. They go see this. They have a trainer that they like. They're going to run hills, and I was like, is he going to be a huge tight end, or is he going to be a 3-tech? Like you could just see his frame. He looks like an upside down ice cream cone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's still like this mean-spirited, tough kid too. I'm like, you can't tell me that these guys aren't developing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, him and then the other one I was going to note in that D line room who I think is getting bigger in a good way. I like where his frame is going is Sua.
Oh yeah.
I like where Sua's frame's going.
How about his change in like the last year and a half? He looks like a different person.
No, yeah, like Steve noted it to me when we first saw him, and he was just like, "Is that Sua? He kind of looks like Umaga." He's like, "Yeah, like that's what he looks like right now because he got the hair like that too right now." But
did he have the skull cap on?
Yes, the skull cap, and he's got the.
Yeah, you made a mistake him. I agree. I agree, man.
Tim, I want to stay on defensive line here for a second. I'm going to take Whittington out of the equation because I think we all assume a certain level of effectiveness from him this year. But I'm going to give you some guys that either didn't play or didn't really play last year, and you tell me which one, if any, or multiple, you think could have a big impact. Like, don't have to call your shot or anything, but just like guys you think like, hey, if a couple more things go right, this could go well. We'll start with Stoudemire, Hofkin. We're skipping Jashir, Malcolm Simpson, Tyson Terry, we already brought up, Mason Goldman, Sua Lafotu, who we brought up, Gabe Moore, who's back, or I'll toss in a guy like last year, Dylan Parrott.
I'll go Simpson.
You can throw Berryman in there too if you want to.
Yeah, I'll go Simpson and I'll go Sua just because I think those two aren't getting talked about right now in terms of what I expect them, like the way we're talking about them now compared to what I expect the conversation around them is going to be in October, November, and the role they're kind of playing in the defense. I'm expecting both of them to be in the rotation. Tyson, like we talked about as well, expecting to be there. I have. And I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out how I feel about it. I've got a question mark around Stoudemire. I don't know what to expect. And
Is it the frame? Because his frame looks so much different than everybody else's.
the frame's a little weird, and it's just from a health standpoint, it's like, how much are we going to get from this guy? Like, how much are we going to see of him? Can we count on him being a top of the rotation, like, mainstay, or is it going to be a thing where, I wonder about Dylan Parrott, because I think Dylan Parrott's got a great frame, and especially in this front, I think he can work in as a shade. Like, I think he can work in as a rotational shade. But I wonder, is like, okay, do we have enough from Stoudemire to say, or have we seen enough? Are we going to get enough from Stoudemire this year, where Nebraska,
I like him,
has the veteran leadership at the top of that room? Because I think they need it. I just think there's a question mark around, and I've not been around him to the level that you have, DB. Again, we've only got like one or two practice viewings plus the spring game, which he wasn't super active in.
You who doesn't sit still and is probably going to see everybody. Like, I get it, right? You still need.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I need a little more. Info. He's one of those that I've got a big question mark, just because I didn't see enough of.
This dude's like the butler of Mr. Deeds.
Sneaking up on people.
Yes, he's everywhere. Let me ask you about a sneaky one, TV, because I got a chance. Coach Dvorak introduced him to me because he was on his hip, right, the whole time watching 7-on-7. It was my first time being around Eli Harris.
Yeah.
And he, the lowly 3-star coming out of Grayson. It was like an addition to, I think he's kind of flying under the radar. He's got great tape.
Yes.
And he said something that was interesting, right? He doesn't know me from Adam, and he's very soft-spoken. So Dvorak's down watching Domo with Coach Williams, and he says, DB, this is Eli Harris. I want me to meet whatever. So, we're kind of off to the side, and we're talking, and I said, how does all this, like, are you surprised by this? It's a lot of energy. They sold 8,000 tickets tonight. And TV, he looked dead at me and he goes, man, it's cool. Like to put some pads on, though. These guys just running around doing whatever. You gotta put pads on at some point. I mean, just super like soft-spoken, but direct.
Every year, those are my favorite. Like, the linebackers and safeties that talk like that about 7-on-7 are my favorite, because they hit 7-on-7.
Like a Christmas tree. I told Ravi, I go, oh my God. I said, I might have just fallen in love. Like, it was his delivery, though. He was almost disgusted. Okay. Going on. He said, well, you got to put pads, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh. How about
the hoodie he had on Saturday?
Oh, I know. See that? He reminded me of the Punisher. Right? I was like,
he's got it's a black hoodie, and it's like a full zip up, and he's got the hood on, and it's just spikes coming off, like spikes on the hood.
And underneath, it was like it had this design like the Punisher, and I was like, I don't know if he can play. Right? I don't know, but I just like the mindset where it's not about flash and dash and running around and being cute. Like, at some point, you just have to line up and be able to play ball. Mm-hmm. And the more guys that they can, like, at least get with that early mindset. Like, he wasn't about the sunglasses and the wardrobe change and all of that other stuff. He just was like, hey, man, at some point we got to put pads on.
Yeah, and you watch his tape. I'm just a football player. Like, he lines up everywhere. He does anything. Like, my comp for him just off the tape watch and the measurables was like, hey, there's some Vincent Shavers here. Getting around him, and DB, you were up closer to him than I was. I just kind of walked in passing a little bit. He's got a little more range than Shavers does.
Yeah. Yeah. And just because of the I think what they've asked him to do, right? And now we get to see the different, you talk about Tyson Terry 2.0, the Shavers 2.0 is his frame has changed a little bit. He's a little leaner, I think he's cut out. Now he may always still have to have his McDonald's, but I think he's committed to to his fitness. There's a board inside TV by the players' locker room, and it has supplement intake, body fat maintenance, and one other category. It's like red, gray, and black, and it's by position group, and you get percentages, and they have a leaderboard. And I'm thinking to myself, this is kind of where the competitiveness doesn't start, but you need it, right? Who's throwing their vitamins away? Who's going to recovery? who's actually caring about where they need to be from like doing the little things when nobody's watching, and they're making a competition out of it, right? It's tight ends, O-line, running backs, quarterbacks, and it's competition. And it's on a great big board for everybody to see, like, who's following directions, because rules are for people that don't follow directions. When you follow directions and do what you're supposed to, you give yourself a chance to win more games.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, and we can scream, we can shout this till the cows come home and whatever. Like, it won't matter until the fall comes around and people need to see it with themselves. But like from a culture standpoint, from just an everything like there is better like, and that's not just it's not just the people in the building saying it. It's the people that have been around this program for years that come into the building with the recruits they're representing, or come in with a kid that they've been visiting with for years, or whatever that looks like. These are people outside of the building that have no reason. Like, I've talked to parents with kids committed elsewhere that talk about what Nebraska looks like now compared to what it did, a year ago, 2 years ago, and how different things are from an alignment standpoint. It still needs to click on the field. Like, I'll be the first to say that it still needs to all come together on the field. Like, none of this stuff matters if they don't win games on the field. But I think the important thing to note, it's not a coaching thing. It's the players in the building are owning this at a level that they never have before.
Completely agree.
That is our guy, Tim VERGHESE, Inside Nebraska. Tim, great stuff as always. We appreciate you moving your scheduled spot up for us this week so we could talk to you since we're out on Friday. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. I think it'll be a bit since we talk next, because we got 4th of July next weekend. So it'll.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, you'll be talking here pretty quick, but for the rest of these yahoos, yeah, they might be.
I don't know. I got Tim's number 2. I can text him whenever I want.
You want to hang out with us? You can.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Get a little invite sometimes would be nice.
Two's a crowd.
We'll see you later, Tim. We appreciate you.
All right, we'll see y'all.
That's Tim VERGHESE from Inside Nebraska. Listen,
dude is everywhere.
DB's just trying to gatekeep people again.
No, it's fine.
Listen.
I'm
friends with Tim on my own. We were hanging out 7-on-7.
I had to share Rico Saturday. Yeah. I can share.
I don't know. You get a little gatekeepy when it's with me.
He did make me mad. I had to leave. I had to walk.
What'd he do?
What did I do?
I was like, fine, I'll go do my own thing. We're having just a nice conversation, and then
he wasn't paying enough attention to you.
And then I was like, that's fine, go do you.
I'm sorry I had to interview some people.
He was working.
I asked if I could interview you. You said no.
I didn't have any friends. I was by myself. I was just looking for somebody to finally talk to. It was the end of the day.
We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live after this.
It's time to slide into savings at Edwards Chevrolet. Lease the 2026 Chevy Trax LT for just $349 a month, $0 down with your first payment due at signing. 2 great Chevys, 1 big June event. Slide into a 2026 Chevy Equinox LT for just $399 a month, $0 down with your first payment due at signing. Get to Edwards Chevrolet today. Together, let's drive.
What was your mom's reaction knowing the legacy she left at that program and winning a national title?
Yeah, she was really happy for me. I know that obviously, like, she would have supported me either way, but I'm sure she was a little swayed for me to choose Nebraska, but yeah.
What's your earliest Nebraska memory of watching the volleyball team?
I'm not too sure. I've been going to games since I was really little, so just like, yeah, growing up around it has been a lot of fun.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ, reminding you give our friends over at Next Gen Mail Medical a call 402-614-9700. Whether you're trying to like lose a little weight, you know, they do testosterone therapy for both men and women. Don't let the name fool you. Anybody can go. We've got lots of people going that are both male and female. This isn't like DB trying to gatekeep moms versus dads. You can go wherever you want. It's
Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Give them a call, 402-614-9700. They will get you feeling your best no matter what you got going on. And get a free vitamin shot when you tell them that we sent you.
I appreciate you just trying to lay me out, and
I was just trying to include you. You know, I was trying.
No, that's not it. Speaking of which,
yeah, what's up?
Hey, real quick, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Hey, yes.
Because I've been dying
Yes,
to know this.
hey.
How'd the Open go for the picks?
Oh, you know who won?
You were second, Shane.
You know who won?
DB won. You were second. I was about 100,000 behind you.
I beat you
DB,
by a couple mil.
Yeah, DB doubled both of us up.
Beat you by a couple mil.
Was it Rory or what?
No, it was Sam Burns was his big one.
Oh, okay.
Sam
so
Burns.
I
I had Rory, yeah.
Okay.
I saw all my guys placed, and all my guys had at least six figures in winnings, but I didn't have anybody super high.
You know, at one point,
And-
you had two of your golfers in the top six, and I had two in the top four.
The little bit I saw, I did see that, but then I let the.
How'd you not see more? You can watch television while you're not feeling good.
But wasn't Henley down on the bottom? And is that where I kind of got screwed?
Yeah, Henley didn't do much for you, and then
like 68th or something.
Who was yours that you didn't get anything on?
Rom.
Yeah, Rom. You didn't. Yeah, you didn't get any money on that. So Burns helped you out there by getting the big 2.5.
Actually, pick Rom.
I know I had to surprise you with the Rom pick because I don't even.
Yeah,
like Rom.
well, but you almost picked him last time, and it burned you not picking him. So a lot of times you'll overcorrect.
Is that what I'll do?
No, I mean, sometimes.
Get out of my head.
All right, so sorry to interrupt. You can.
Yeah, because I do want to get in your head a little bit.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So, hang on. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Bless you.
All right.
Hey, Action Jackson, do you have anything ready for me?
Tom Osborne.
Yeah, you guys did me dirty a little bit here.
Time
I'm
out.
gonna be-
Press pause.
All right.
Let's go back to this.
All right.
Let's put the graphic up here. We don't need the audio just yet. So my main man over here, Shane, had to do blind Nebraska coaching rankings.
Yes.
And
you guys know how blind rankings work, right?
No, timeout.
No, hold on. Hold on.
No, Ravi.
You know how
I finally get to
you know
I'm
how
going
blind
first. No. You're not. No.
All right, go ahead.
Knock it off.
You know how blind rankings work, right?
Okay.
All right.
So Shane, Let me set this thing up for you. So the first coach that came out was Coach Pelini.
Yes.
Ravi put him at 3. Next coach that came out was Coach Solich.
Mm-hmm.
He put him at 2, knowing.
No.
Time out.
I have no idea who all 5 are going to be.
No, but you know that Devaney and Coach Osborne are on the potential list.
Yes, but I didn't know they were going to give me both of them. So, like, if I'm sitting in a situation where I don't put so,
are you really going to spin this?
Yes. No, it's not a spin. I don't know.
It is a spin.
No, I don't know who the 5 guys are. They could have given me Frost. They could have given me Bill Jennings. I don't know. They could have given me Riley. I don't know who the 5 guys are going to.
The name of the game is to protect your bunda. Cover your bunda.
I did not. Here's my justification. I get Pelini right off the rip. Now, they did me dirty by the order. They did me dirty by the order they gave them to me. I'm going to start there. But Pelini is like, for Nebraska coach, he's middle of the road. He's like right in the middle. Really successful, didn't win any championships. That's like the perfect number 3.
Austin, AJ, back it up just a smidge where he's gonna begin to spin his wheels. So before he goes Devaney at 1, before he puts him at 1, I want to start there.
Okay.
No, I need for Austin to make sure that the audio is ready to go. Because I'm just going to let people sort through this for themselves.
Go for it.
AJ, are you ready to let this thing rip?
Modern success story of Nebraska football. He got the first 2 national titles. And let's not forget, he hired Tom Osborne not only as his offensive coordinator, but then the head coach to succeed him as well after he became the athletic director and oversaw another great period of growth of Nebraska football. I think I have to put Bob Devaney 1.
Tom Osborne.
Yeah, you guys did me dirty a little bit here. I'm going to be honest with you. Obviously, in hindsight, Osborne would go 2 and everybody else would get bumped down a peg, but I've only got the 5 spot left.
So
I explained exactly what happened.
I understand.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
This is just, I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah.
And I showed you guys like the whole steak one and the other ones.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of these.
Even when you did it to me with the draft guys, like I always know who I would put at the top if I get them.
Sure.
So I try to slot them that way.
Here's the problem.
At no point did you think you were going to get the Bob Father and T.O.?
I thought that was a possibility. I also thought, because again, everybody at this place likes to rage bait me. I also thought
you're such a wiener.
I thought it was equal parts possible that they were either going to try and get me to put Osborne or Devaney way too low or Frost way too high. That was the calculation I was going through in my head, because everybody knows how I feel about Frost. So my thought process was they're either trying to get it so I have to put Frost at like 2, or they're trying to get it so I have to put Devaney or Osborne at like 1.
So you overthought it.
I don't think so. I mean, I called it accurately. They did me dirty. I just didn't know. I threw it was a 50-50 shot which way they were going to try and do me dirty.
Hey, Damon, quick question. Where do you value in terms of Nebraska football history, just overall history, 5 national titles, all the great runs. Where does the 2006 Big 12 North Division title rank for you?
It's pretty high.
Wow.
It's pretty high. Zach Taylor was a great quarterback.
That's the rage bait you're talking about?
Yeah, stuff like that, where it's like I knew they were going to try and trap me, and it was either going to be to the good or to the bad, and either overrating or underrating someone. And there was a 0% chance I was going to put Frost anywhere above 5 on the list if I got it. So I would rather have to deal with the pushback of people that I know you're just giving me a hard time, but like I'd rather.
No, I don't understand I don't understand you locking yourself in from the get-go.
So here's the problem: is
you locked yourself in from the get-go.
There's always a trap in one of these. There's always a trap door. I had to decide which trap I was willing to live with. I was more willing to live with T.O. at 5 than I was with Frost at 1 or 2.
Look at Jay.
Full stop.
Why is this one of the worst? I know. So like just the graphic alone with you being represented, like.
No, like as a screenshot, this sucks.
No context.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Yeah, because they're trying to get me.
James, he said this is the worst
Yeah.
graphic in the history of graphics.
They're trying to so here's the other big part of this is I wanted to make sure Frank Solich was properly represented as a very good football coach in Nebraska history.
I understand, kinda.
I was left in, here's the position I was left in. This was the calculus I'm going through as this is happening. After I get Devaney, because Devaney was the fourth one I got.
This wasn't even as hard as like foods or restaurants or candy.
No, it's way harder because like food and restaurants is,
No, you only have like 8 options.
yeah, but there's a subjective thing there. It's just like, oh, I just don't like this. Like clearly
That's easier to explain.
No, yeah.
Hey, Damon.
Explain.
Yeah.
This is way harder to explain because there's a correct answer, but I don't know what I'm getting. Right. So like if I get Riley or Frost, I have to make sure they're not above 5.
But sometimes you're not going to be perfect, so you can explain that.
I know, and that's what I was trying to do. And now
But
you're killing me for
boxed
it.
yourself in, though.
You're going to one way or another. That's the problem.
It's not, though.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Damon, what if they gave you Devaney first, and then it went Riley, Polini, Jennings, and then you're thinking you're going to get to, we'll say you put Devaney at 2 because you're thinking you're going to get T.O.,
So
and it's Frost at the end.
Now, you guys can get me because I'm the guy that loves these, and I'm dying to do them. It just hasn't worked out.
You wanna blind rank some Nebraska football stuff right now? I'll come up with something.
Okay, I'll say yes before we get to
coaches is the most inflammatory.
No, I can do one right off the rip right now.
Okay, so what I would do, Rico, in my head, I always want to get 1 and 2 right. I'll negotiate anything after that.
I understand that.
If you give me food, I know, like, let's just say you arbitrarily give me steak, shrimp, lamb, and pasta, right? Like, I know if I like steak, I'm going to play it safe and put it 1, even though there's a potential you could give me scallops.
Yeah, I get that. The problem is if they give you Brussels sprouts and you leave 2 open, then you have to put Brussels sprouts at 2. That's my Scott Frost. I wasn't putting Brussels sprouts at 2.
You were so preoccupied with one guy?
I was so preoccupied of I'd rather miss with T.O. or Devaney being low than
So
I
when
would
they give you Bo right out of the gates, don't you know that there's 3 coaches that could potentially be ranked ahead of him?
Yes.
You have to put him at 4.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because if I get both Riley and Frost after that, I can't put either one of those guys ahead of Bo.
Then you got to eat it.
And I have that's the point. You're going to have to eat it one way or another.
I rather eat Riley at 3 than T.O. at 5.
That's fine. I'd rather eat T.O. at 5 than Frost at 1 or 2. So that's where we landed.
You're such a hater.
I'm not a hater. I just,
I couldn't believe that.
I think it was very explainable.
You had the one option open.
Yeah.
And you knew that T.O. was going to be on.
I didn't, though. You keep saying I knew. I didn't know. I don't know who the 5 coaches are going to be.
Okay.
That's literally the point of blind ranking things. You don't know what the options are going to be.
No, I get it.
Like, because the trick would be to not give me both T.O. and Devaney. Like, that would be the trick. And then be like, haha, you had to put Riley too. We're like, all right, well, here we are. I mean, what? Do you want me to put Solich 5? You'd have killed me. If I put Solich 5, you'd have actually physically harmed me, I think. I think worse than T.O.
I plead the 5th.
Let's take a quick break. We got Ant Wright coming up next. Talk a little NBA draft here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Make this the summer event at Edwards Jeep and Ram, Council Bluffs and Village Point. Lease the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport S starting at $289 a month. built for the road and ready for summer. This June, the savings are as big as the season. We've also got the 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn starting at $399 a month or finance at 2.9% APR for 72 months. Don't miss this pitch. Slide into savings at Edwards Jeep and Ram, Council Bluffs, and Village Point.
It's really important. I feel like, for me, I've been through a lot here in Nebraska. And I've learned a lot, and so when I get to the NFL, it's like the same things that we learned here are the same things that I'm seeing in the NFL, and that just shows like the transition here from here to college is really easy, and other places you don't really get that. So just being a pro, I feel like some of these kids don't understand how good they have it here with the facilities and all the resources that they have, and then also just seeing how it translates to the league. I'm able to be in the doors and kind of give back and show them the way and how it's done, so that I can just give back a little knowledge and things that I learned in the NFL. It's just good overall, man. Just being a player that can be in the shoes and actually give them examples of different things is great. So I'm always willing to give back. That's why I'm here right now, is just giving back to the younger kids and also just teaching them and being a mentor for them.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Ant Wright, basketball knower of all things. Ant, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
What's going on, fellas?
Wait, were you like meditating like a Buddhist? Or are you getting ready because we're a bunch of yahoos? What's going on?
No, man, I'm in a clan war going on right now, and my base got 3 stars, so I was just replaying it.
Stop it. Oh, what?
Clan with like a K or?
Oh, what?
No. Clash of Clans. We're in a war right now.
What? Give him some.
My base got 3 stars.
You're all hoodied up and serious, and you dropping clans like this is on the. Okay, I'm not even gonna get.
You guys were thinking Dave Chappelle skit.
No, we're thinking you because you're a closet racist. That's what we're thinking, Austin. That's exactly what we're thinking.
That was Rico. I didn't say that.
Well, him too, because he's only half black.
No, man.
It's everybody's fault.
Hey, ain't nothing closet about it.
I got 3 stars.
Oh, there we go.
I got 3 stars, so I was, looking at the replay. I'm like, man, where did my defense go wrong?
Look,
my base is pretty solid, man. Look, my base is pretty solid. And I'm like a max TH17, and they just murked me, bro, in like a minute 40 seconds, man.
You're
so like, I shouldn't have checked because now I'm in a bad mood, man.
Listen, Your range is unbelievable. Like,
Man.
you're like a 3-level scorer that could still be 6th man of the year. You go from
That's Manu.
fortunate to be here because dad could have had a bad night to interacting with the chat
Because our internet went out.
to points on Chick-fil-A and restaurant recommendations on how to eat for $1
to Clan Wars.
to Clan Wars. Like, who are you? Like this mythical figure that was like put together in a lab.
Man, I'm an only child, man. I have a lot of time on my hands.
You know what? You give me only child vibes.
Yeah, you have to know how to entertain yourself. And right now, like the wife's at work and the 3 kids are with grandma. So it's just me and the dog.
What kind of
we're
dog?
chilling today. Corgi.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Corgi.
You definitely give me only child vibes. Those
only child,
sons of guns, man. Like you guys are probably, you and your Corgi are probably thick as thieves, aren't they?
No, actually, like she's been losing weight. Because like we go up and down the stairs a lot. So I mean, like, her hips getting better. You know what I mean? She's almost 10.
Yeah.
But no, she's still rocking and rolling.
All right, you got to go back to the first segment where we were talking about. I was actually mad about African Americans in single family homes being baby mamas or baby boys. So there was that. Then I was mad about me intentionally getting a female dog that is going through her first cycle, and I'm putting diapers on this dog as we speak. And I said to myself out loud, okay, you guys, we don't have to do that.
Oh Lord. Is that a pug?
No, it's a Frenchie.
See how they do me?
It's a Frenchie.
It's a Frenchie?
Hey, you like the
Got
sound?
diapers?
Look,
that's crazy.
Your boy rolled.
Wait, what is going on? I'm so confused.
This is her first cycle. She hasn't been spayed yet.
Wait, dogs have periods?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's crazy.
If you don't get them fixed before, if you don't get the females fixed before they get into heat, that's what. Yeah.
So
you had to go out and buy your dog tampons, bro. That's insane.
I'm legit
crazy.
traumatized.
He's been calling his wife and talking about dog pads all morning.
Listen. And
I just imagine you at like PetSmart. Hey man, y'all got any pads?
I was on TikTok Googling forever the last 2 days. I walked into this a 7 o'clock show. I walked in at 6:55, so I made sure her last little droplets were gone. I'm stressed. And I said to myself, why would anybody intentionally pick a female dog that isn't interested in breeding? Like, I don't get.
Gosh.
So when did you get your Corgi? Was she already?
I got her. We went to one of those like.
He said, "Oh my God."
We went to one of those kennels.
Guy.
We went to one of those like kennels, and we were just looking at dogs, and there was a house dog, and it was Charlie. She ran right up to us, and whoa, and then we went around. We did our rounds for all the dogs. I got to the front, and I'm like, how about the first dog that, like, is she for sale? They're like, yeah. But I had somewhere to be that the next couple days. So did the wife. So we didn't want to get the dog, then immediately put it up somewhere. That's not what we wanted the first experience to be. So I went ahead and did my thing. As I'm driving back towards town, I called, like, hey, is Charlie still there? She was like, yeah, but 3 families are like coming in the next 2 hours. I'm like, I'm gonna beat them there, and I'm gonna buy the dog. And they're like, okay, come on. So I go up there, boom, pay for get in the car, go back to the house, and I call the wife out, and she comes out with our daughter, and they start crying because they're so happy that. Because I didn't tell them, so they like saw the dog in the back seat and they were going crazy. So
You kept
Yeah,
you
it was
kept
all
the
good.
How old was she? You kept the given name.
Kept the given name. She was around 8 months.
Oh,
Around 8 months.
So she must have already been fixed.
They fixed her.
Yeah. So like she was already fixed and all those things, and like she had a good owner, but the owner just didn't have enough space anymore for her. So they gave her up, and so we went and got her, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, this is the kind of range that we're talking about. Nobody gets the best of ant like we do.
Now, right into the NBA draft, baby.
Hey,
yes.
Start with Giannis.
Shout out NBA draft day, man. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we go ahead.
Let's start with Giannis. All right. Obviously, overnight in the cloak of darkness, the Bucks send Giannis out of town finally after like 2 years of speculation.
Right.
What did you think about the destination? Because it seems like he basically is not in a better situation to try and win a title. But B, what about the haul for both? Like, does it make sense for Miami? Does it make sense for Milwaukee, in your opinion?
I think it makes sense for both.
Okay.
You weren't going to get much for him, honestly, but for them to get KJ, the kid from Illinois, for them to put him in there, I think that was a pretty big deal because now you got KJ and Hero. I do think they're going to try to move Tyler somewhere else, and I think the Pistons are going to try to get him.
Ooh,
but I think they got as much as any team was willing to go and get. And I think they got the 13 too, right? They got the 13 as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So what, they got like 3 first-round picks. I mean, I don't think you could have gotten much better, honestly. And then from there, it's just trying to make the right moves, because like we've seen these moves before. Right. And at the time, it was like, okay, whatever. But you see a few years down the line how it all kind of lined up. Like, look at what happened with what happened because of the PG stuff.
I mean, this is the OKC thing, right? Like, where you get one.
Yeah, like we don't know. Like Shea leaves, they get PG. They don't know what's going to happen here in the next few years. So
I don't know. You think Toronto wants their last 2 good players back that they moved in trades with Siakam and OG?
Yeah, but
I mean, those guys were kind of throw-ins.
Yeah.
Well, Pascal wasn't, but I mean, OG wasn't even considered the best guy in that trade.
Yeah. So you never know. Like, that's the thing. You never know who some of these guys are when they, reach another destination. Look, all these guys can hoop. All these motherfuckers can hoop. All of them. There are dudes who got cut from the NBA after a week or two who may have thrived as 5, 6, 7 year career NBA guys, but because they went to but the situation that wasn't for them, they weren't able to thrive and shine like someone else could have. But it's just one of those things where like you don't know what you have, and then if they're able to thrive in that situation, they win the trade when we're looking back in 2029.
So real quick here on the Giannis thing, then we can move on to the draft. So in your opinion, why Boston over, or why Miami over Boston? Is that just a picks versus player thing?
The desperate team sets the market, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not sure. You got to understand, like, Milwaukee's also in the East.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to compete. Do you really want to send Giannis to Boston?
Yeah.
Like, do you really want that? I'm not too sure. And I'm not sure who Boston was going to be able to give up for that as well. And you don't want Jaylen Brown partnering with him or Tatum partnering with him. If you're in the East and you're trying to compete for a finals that you just saw that the Knicks won, right, without a generational player, right? They didn't need a generational player. They just had the right pieces.
Yeah.
So like,
and I don't think what the Knicks did can be replicated unless you're patient, right? We didn't hear from their general manager until they won. None of the moves he made were seen as, ooh, look at this savvy, shrewd move. They were all scrutinized.
Overpaid for Bridges.
Did get overpaid for Bridges.
Weren't in love with Anunoby.
He wasn't even. He was like an oh, by the way. Let's go back to Towns, right? Minnesota wasn't going to be able to re-sign him for what they wanted, so he felt like New York overpaid for Carl Anthony because he was sometimey and he wouldn't defend. Like it was like none of the moves that the Knicks made were.
They weren't sexy.
No,
they weren't sexy. They weren't made.
Had to take their time, right? The first round win, then the finals loss, then the championship win. Like
even Brunson was like, "Yeah, we think he's better than we saw," but like
it took time. But like people that knew basketball said, you can't win with a little guy being your best player, and they were lobbying to take him off the court in crunch time. The Knicks are kind of an anomaly. I don't know.
A little bit, and it's kind of like they were able to. The biggest contract move from this Knicks franchise was Jalen Brunson taking a big cut for Knicks to sign other players and to be able to truly compete on the market. And I do think that this is a bit like the Mavs in 2011. Where you have a guy like Dirk, you have a guy like Jalen Brunson, two guys who are heading up this whole thing, but just really built, just really good team who was able to go out there, do what they needed to do to win the series.
Yeah, in this day and age, it's weird to see everybody kind of just know their role and be willing to accept it the way the Knicks did. Like everybody kind of knew what they were supposed to do, and they were okay with it. Meanwhile, we hear a guy like Vassell, and now full disclosure, I don't love him to begin with, but saying, a guy like Harp was unhappy with his role, but kept doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like you didn't hear stuff like that come out of New York, and maybe some of that is the Spurs youth, but they didn't do a very good job of keeping family business in the family, right? It was, Fox and Coach got the same agent. So, Clutch wants them to be showcased, even though Fox is killing the Spurs. And is Wemby ready on this ascent? Like there was so much drama with the Spurs. I felt like it was a lot. Their youth just eventually showed.
Yeah, I think so too. And they're not a complete roster yet, in my opinion. And for them, I mean,
they had
you're
a
looking
legit
at
shooter, right?
The what now?
It'd be nice if they had a legit shooter who knew when to shoot.
Well, they have a couple. I mean, like Devin Vassell could shoot that thing. So
he acts like he needs to do it the minute he touches it. That's the problem.
Julian
Champagne.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but like
Champagne. Damn it, Ant.
You won't call him Julian.
It's pronounced ShamWow.
Oh, zip it, Knicks fans. Look, he's obnoxious, Ant. Like,
hey, you know what? He has all the right, bro. Because Knicks have been through some shit, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's been a really long time.
It's not like he's long suffering, born in the Bronx. He's like, I like Melo. I'm a Knicks fan now. Like, come on.
I like Melo too, though.
That's
hey, yo, doggy biscuits, man. Give me a coney.
All right, I want to move off to get to the draft.
Yeah.
Last thing, Ant. Last thing. Who was the best player for the Spurs in the series?
Best player for the Spurs
in the series?
In the series?
Yeah.
It was probably Dylan Harper. It was probably Dylan.
You want to fight me over that now?
I do think Wemby gets,
which is insane.
That was at the time. That was like game 3.
If you had said Harper, I wouldn't have fought.
That was like game 3. My point was it wasn't Wemby, and you told me I was crazy.
Certainly wasn't Castle at any
but
point.
You told me it was Wemby.
Who's second?
I do think Wemby. He has so much attention all the time that I do think that Dylan took advantage of those things. But even when Wemby came out, Dylan was still that guy to kind of carry them. But I do think that when Wemby's impact on both ends of the court, I mean, especially defensively, like I'm watching just like sports sciencey stuff, and I'm like, look, even on the shots that he contests, like he forces shooters to shoot at such a different angle that it's unnatural. Where usually you're shooting at, say, like a more like a 50, 55 degree angle.
Mhm.
They got to shoot it to like 60, 65 just to get it over his hand. And when you do that, you have to change velocity. You have to change shot release, so many things that you don't normally do. So that's why the shooting percentage against him drops significantly. Like even if he doesn't block it, he forces you to shoot a shot that you don't shoot. So offensively, he wasn't really there, but in terms of just full impact, he still impacted these games. I mean, this series should have gone to 6 or 7 games. There's no way you lose a 29-point lead and lose at the end in that
weren't supposed
fashion.
to lose the series. They were a 2-1 fade.
I thought the Knicks had an advantage. I said it during
I said Knicks in 6, so I'm happy I was right. But
yeah, so
San Antonio was a 2-1 favorite.
So I do think that when OKC and Spurs, when they were tight in their series, I was like, man, if the Spurs pull this off, I think the Knicks have a chance.
I think they had a better chance against the Spurs than the Thunder.
Would you guys eat the money? Would you pay? Because they're going to have to. Would you eat the money for Fox to go away?
You can't. His contract is probably the worst in basketball.
Would you eat the money?
You can't just eat the money.
You can't run it back.
You have to.
Okay.
You kind of have to, and you got to try to finagle this. You got to hire, man. You got to go to MIT.
Pay that guy all that money, and he should be playing behind Harper.
Listen, you got to go to MIT, get 3 nerds to figure out the contract and how they can maximize it to the greatest of its ability.
All right, you guys talk for a second. I'm on the trade machine. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you.
All right.
Trade machine.
This is what he does.
I love the trade machine.
So about 4 or 5 times a month, we'll get the random texts,
the screenshots
of hypotheticals on what to do in the NBA. It is fantastic.
And they be like, oh, how about this? How about this? How about this?
Listen, it could be.
It works, bro. It works. Look, it works.
It could be June. It doesn't matter. This dude loves to make NBA deals. It is hilarious.
That's so funny.
Who? Okay.
That's so funny.
So you got all the measurables, and you got to be objective, because I know you want to be right, because you've had some bold statements on social media, and I know you keep receipts. So put that aside for a second.
Okay.
Who's not the best player? Who's gonna be the best pro if I ask you the same thing in 5 years?
Darryn Peterson.
Ooh, you even.
He's a DP guy. We know this.
You have been.
All right, go ahead.
No. Like, tell me why.
Because he's him.
Okay.
Kobe is in his veins right now.
And you like him more post all the draft fluff than you did pre, and you loved him pre.
Listen, if I have time today, all
the shorties are they're with the grandparents, man. You got time.
I know.
You don't have to clean up syrup, nothing.
I know, but I got a lot of stuff to do around here. But
okay,
if I have time, I'm gonna make a big board. My top 30 favorite players. I'm going to put DP as tier 1. I'm going to put nobody in tier 2.
Oh, wow.
Then I'm going to go tier 3 with whoever I want.
Really? He takes a drink. You can't drop your own mic.
I'm thirsty. What do you mean? I'm not dropping my mic. Mic's right here. What do you mean? I'm just chilling. I thought we were hanging out.
I can't. You know what you just said, right?
I do, and I just want to share like how
talk to me, Ant, 'cause
This
I'm
is
struggling.
fascinating.
Talk to me, 'cause I'm struggling.
He's so special. He's so special. And you know what? I know there's a lot of BS with him and the playing half the games or playing a little bit into the second half and the whatever's going on there. A lot of that was the agent, man. A lot of that was the agent. The agent did some similar shit, I believe, with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And he was like, that has nothing to do with basketball for me. Because you saw what he did when he was in these games. Like you saw what he did to AJ in 20 minutes. I mean, he was going at him. Like he just has that mentality. Now, if he starts doing that bullshit, I'm gonna call him out for it for sure. But if he's just hooping and playing, none of that stuff is a thing. I mean, I just think that if you look at like Jalen Brunson just led his team to the NBA championship. SGA just led his team. I think Darryn Peterson is better than both those dudes. So I'm like, it's still a guard-led game. I know there's guys like Jokic. I get it. There's guys like Giannis. I get it. There's Tatum's out there, but I just think that there's I think he's up next. I think if he retires as a top 3 or top 4 shooting guard ever, top 3, top 4 guard ever, I would not be surprised.
Oh my gosh. You're not even giving yourself any room for error.
No margin. I am very rarely 10 toes in on people. He's got, man, if I had extra toes, let's be 11, 12 toes. Like I am so man, call me. Hey, if he's a bust, if he's a bust, then
here's what I'm gonna do.
I'll take all the heat.
We're gonna reconvene in like a decade here, okay?
And I'll probably have met you 15 times in real life by then, man. You are fascinating.
If Darryn Peterson ever makes first team All NBA, you name your terms.
What is this?
Listen, he's double income, no kids too, and he doesn't want kids.
Ooh,
yeah, take advantage of him.
So yeah,
take advantage.
You get
of it.
10 years. You get 10 years of Darryn Peterson's career.
Okay,
because I'm not waiting longer than that. Because Lord knows I probably won't be around. 10 years. All right. I will bet you he does not make a first team All NBA.
Okay. Okay.
We can figure
That's
out
fine with me.
Whatever, but like that's my bet.
That's fine with me. Because listen, there is a bet about 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my boys were talking, and I was talking about like hey, like you can go and you can find players. You can find players when they're like elementary school, like middle school. You know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he's gonna be a pro, or oh, he's gonna be a 5-star. One of my boys called me out. He said, nope. He said, nope, that's not true. That's not true. Tell me somebody right now. You got 10 seconds. I go, Koa Pete. He was in the 7th grade. So if he gets drafted, he owes me, I think, $500.
Interesting.
So that'll be fun.
He's probably the one guy.
Koa Pete?
Yeah, because I'm a huge Koa Pete guy. I wouldn't have been surprised either way if he came back or if he stayed in the draft. He's like the one guy. I was like, I could see him doing either one, and I'd be cool with either.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But then I did an 8th grade. I did an 8th grade tape for like, hey, these are the guys who are up next. I think I did 11 different guys. 10 of the 11 went Division I. 10 of the 11. The 11th, I don't know what happened to him. I think he switched over to football. I'm not sure. Honestly, to this day, I don't know what happened to him.
But
no, man, Cole was in there. Darryn Peterson was also in that YouTube video as well.
Let me ask you something. I see a lot of people having him go. He's top 5. Most people's 5th in mocks. For you, what's the difference now between, let's say, Burry's going at 10 to the Bucks and Wagler going at like 5 to the Clippers? I'm fascinated by the Wagler-Burries thing.
Because you love Burries and you don't like Wagler.
I'm a Burries guy. Walk me through that.
And you're a Wagler hater.
Not a hater. He's just very limited, and you're going to see it.
So I put – who was my comp for Braden Burris? I think my comp for him was Quentin Grimes plus. It's my comp for him. I kind
of like the bigger Jared McCain comp for Burris.
He's just not shifty. He does everything pretty good. But he does nothing elite, in my opinion. He's also
Wagler Halliburton.
I said Wagler was early CJ McCollum.
Who just got paid.
Yeah, because I don't, you know what? A lot of people see him as like a lead guard. I see him as being, he could do both, but I think he's going to be really good as a secondary playmaker, point of attack person. I think he'll be a real good Robin. I don't want him as a Batman. I don't think he's explosive enough, but I think he'll be best as a really good Robin.
Like a Jamal Murray? Athletic?
No, I need him to be a Robin to a guard. Not to
Robin to a guard. Okay.
Yeah, Robin to a guard.
Are you surprised that Michael Brown Jr. has had such a rapid ascent?
No, not so much. Not so much. Michael Brown Jr. was Keontae Georgie to me.
I thought you meant say D'Angelo Russell.
But look, one thing about like Brown and Burries, they are a bit older. Especially Burries. I think he turns 21.
He's 21. Or he will be 21. Yeah.
It's gonna be 21 soon. So he's got what, 2 years on Wagler? He's got about 2 years on Wagler.
Wagler's young.
Yeah. So I don't know. Michael Brown is also, he's very polarizing to me, along with someone like a Darius Acuff.
I think Acuff's a surefire pro. I think he's going to be a great pro.
Yeah, but the floor scares me. If he's not that guy, what is the next level?
He may have to get kind of the Diller Harper treatment, where he's in addition to in a backcourt. Let him come along that way.
Yeah, but can you do that? Just like mentally, like are you able to, thrive in that?
Is Mara gonna be a good pro?
His frame scares me a little bit. He's gonna need to get a little bit bigger, but he'll be okay as a passer. He'll be okay as like a rim runner. He'll be okay as a rim defender. Like NBA drops so much, but I think in the playoffs, he may get played off the floor a bit until he can get his stamina better, and he's able to fill out just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit.
I don't love Mara.
Two guys really, really well. One, I've watched you get into some pretty good discussions on social media, and I like him, but he is a little soft. Who's going to be the better pro in 5 years? Ament or Morez Johnson?
Morez.
You get the fact he just likes it more?
Ament's a bust.
No, I just think Morez, he could have played these playoffs. I don't think Ament could have.
bust written all over him. I've seen too many of those. Like, oh look, he's Kevin Durant 2.0. No,
Nah, he's more like
I'm just saying every tall guy that
more
has
Keith Van Horn than he is Kevin Durant.
I know, but every lanky dude with a skill set, they're like, oh, he's no. Like I've seen too many of those, and none of them can play.
My comp for him was almost not KD. That was almost my comp.
Could I get you? Could he be? Is he Keith Van Horn?
I don't think he's tough enough.
Okay, that's everybody says that.
Yeah, that's why my comp for him was R&B Zachary Regisher.
I get the Ricochet comp. I get that.
I just think he's, I don't know. Like
I could see Ricochet.
It's just a little the toughness thing for me is gonna be a big if he can fix that, I think he could be a really, really good 4.
All right, let me give you another one because I think you like him.
Okay.
Because I like their backcourt at Washington. Who are we talking about in the next 3 to 4 years, if either? Steinbach or Lindenborg?
It's tough because if Lindenborg doesn't do well in the league, it's not about basketball, in my opinion.
It's just that quirky. I always call him weird.
He seems like a weird dude. I don't know what to like. He just seems like a strange dude.
If he maintains his edge, it's gonna be Yaxel. Steinbach's a really, really good rebounder, high level rebounder. Gonna be tough offensively. Defensively, he's a bit of a wet napkin. And that's where I'm like, could he play in these playoffs? No. Yaxel for sure.
Is there anything worse than a wet napkin? It's useless.
All right. One for me here. This is a guy that I won't tell you how I feel about him.
Why are there music playing?
I don't know.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What
is that? The get off the show music?
Listen, I don't know what Shane is doing.
Listen, our next guest is internal. Avery knows how the show goes. It'll be fine. You guys relax. All right. It'll be
dang.
It'll be fine.
Dang,
she works here. She knows how me and DB are. It'll be fine.
I got Apollo'd out of here, bro.
I love Ant. I sent him a message 8 minutes ago. I said, quickly become one of my favorite segments.
He's everybody's favorite. Look how many people are online. He's in the 2K range. Listen, and they have Shane and Ravi have a thing, so don't mind their internal fighting. Don't like.
I should push. Hold on. Can I push a link out?
Yeah. Do what you want to do.
There it is. Hold on. Let me push up a link. Can you DM me the link to this show?
Yeah. We can definitely.
I should start doing that.
Yeah, always. Because I mean, when I say everybody's, it's crazy. And we would bring you on to talk about anything. It doesn't even have to be basketball. Next time we're getting into parenting.
Oh, I was gonna get into clans.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let's go.
I got a lot of thoughts on parenting too, Ant.
Yeah, he hates kids.
Oh, hey kids. I just don't want anything to do with them. It's a big difference. And let me ask you about Caleb Wilson because
That's fair.
I think I mentioned it looks like he's going to end up at Chicago. Where are you at with Caleb Wilson in terms of his comp and in your projection of him?
The only reason he knows I love Carolina, so he's been on the Caleb Wilson hype train because I'm on the Caleb Wilson hype train.
I love Carolina. Like I grew up with Carolina gear all the time. I think they have the best brand in sports. I think they're number one. I think Georgetown's second.
Okay.
When it comes like basketball, like Aura,
Carolina gear goes super hard.
Bro, UNC and Georgetown go crazy. Oh my God.
You're a big Argyle guy, apparently.
Woo. Listen, don't walk by me with the Georgetown Hoyas Allen Iverson gear. You better watch out. I told the wife, I'm like, hey, look, somebody walked by. That is my hall pass.
Wow.
Hey, you better relax. Better calm down, buddy. You better take that jersey off.
Okay, Caleb Wilson.
All right. Caleb Wilson.
Of all,
All right.
all passes. Really?
So, all right, Caleb Wilson, my comp for him. I tell people this is probably one of my all-time favorite comps because it is, in my opinion, it's like to the T. I said 6'10" Hornets Gerald Wallace.
Oh, interesting.
So not a big jump shooter. He will shoot the midi, but when it comes to aggressiveness, finishing at the rim, I mean, he is all that, just all over the boards.
So where does the 6'10" Gerald Wallace get you?
A very, very good player.
Guys,
very good player.
Get you 19-6.
Man, yeah. I mean, that's somewhat not. I think you're looking at 8 boards.
What's his? That's off the top.
So his best year in Charlotte was 18-10. He had an interesting year early in Charlotte. He had a 15-8, 2.5 steals, 2 blocks, which is an interesting. I think Caleb,
because you like his you like his activity.
I think he might.
I love his activity. His defense sucks. His defense sucks. He does stand up all the time for some reason.
Well,
like straight up.
Watch them the 3 quarters of the year. They couldn't guard me. Like that was a lineup. That was a Hubert thing.
Yeah, but I didn't know that you were like that though. You know what I'm saying? if I didn't know that you was like that, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, man, you out here coaching the youngins and whatnot, bro. I'm sure you can put the ball in the cup a little bit. You feel me? You tell your little point guard who plays like 5 other sports, hey, yo.
It's almost like he knows Caleb. I have that guy, Ant. He just decided to play football.
Bro, I was about to say Carson, but that was hella close.
I'm done. You need a timeout. Anyone in Hoya's gear, Ant, like
anyone can get it. Charlie, Chuck, Lauren, Spot, the ferret.
Wow.
Listen. That fucking pattern on the sidebar. Are you kidding me? I need a towel right now. Listen. I'm mad at your man's. He hasn't brought up the picture yet. Probably best that this don't turn NSFW.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
All right, and before we let you go, any draft hot takes that you need to get off your chest, the things you've been ruminating on that you're like, hey, nobody's talking about this, it needs to be said out loud.
Man, I think you're gonna see a lot. Man, this is one of my favorite drafts, honestly, that I've been able to cover. A few things, man. I'm just going through my comp list. I am very interested where Zuby goes from St. John's.
Oh, okay.
I think no matter where he goes, he's going to be underdrafted, and it's because these front offices are scared as shit. That's why they're afraid. I know a lot of them want to have him, absolutely, but they won't because they don't want to get fired. That's one. 2, Jaden Quaintance. I am so interested to see where he goes. Yeah, so I had 2 comps for him.
He's like Houdini, man. He could disappear in front of thousands.
You don't know. So, like, I have 2 comps for him. One is healthy Jaden Quaintance. I said was like a UMass Marcus Camby.
Oh, okay.
Healthy. I said unhealthy Jaden Quaintance is 2026 Bismack Biyombo. two very different people. Now, flip a coin. Do you trust the knee? He said at the combine his knee was 95%. That means, now this was when May, so he should play in the summer league, right? If his knee was truly 95%. I guarantee you he does not play. I guarantee you he does not play. So I'm not even sure how healthy that knee is. He didn't do any of the drills at the combine. He just did his height, and he did like all the stuff where you were like, you don't move. So I don't have his medicals in front of me, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look. He played, I think, 3 or 4 games, and like he came out and said that they shut him down because his knee kept swelling up. I don't know why you would say that in front of everybody.
Yeah,
so
that
right there probably lost him like $3 million.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want Boynton Jr.?
Boynton?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because it's gonna he's got head coach acumen. No matter what happened at Oklahoma State, he's been a head coach for a long time. And then he's now been an assistant for a while too. So he's learned so much the last decade or so. With Dusty the last couple years, he's learned a lot from him. So I think it's okay for him to, be that guy moving forward and keeping everything intact. Because now, if he comes out and he's successful in this season, it's like, okay, something is here where this was a true hand off the program deal. Now you could take over and do things your way. So hope he does well. I hope the roster stays together because it's a very good roster, but it's one of those things where you just gotta hope for the best, Just gotta hope for the best.
That is our guy, Ant Wright.
Never ever
terrific
disappoint.
As always.
Stay away from Spot. That's all I'm
be
telling
careful.
you.
Hey, listen, Spot better quit playing with your boy. Hey, don't look at me with that side panel Hoyas.
Just keep that Hoyas gear somewhere else, man. And we appreciate it. We'll talk to everybody.
Yeah, anytime. See you guys.
Thanks, Ant.
That's Ant Wright. We will be right back with Avarie Howard. We definitely need a break here. The old palate cleanse. Just make sure everybody's cool. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live right after this.
It's time to slide into savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $379 a month, a platinum lease worth driving home. This June, the savings are as big as the season. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month while supplies last. Don't miss your pitch. Slide into savings at Edwards Nissan.
The Kia Summer Sticker Sales event is on at Edwards Kia. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid S all-wheel drive starting at $299 a month. Edwards Kia is on a winning streak. This June, the savings are as big as the season. We've also got the 2027 Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive starting at $469 a month. Don't wait. Slide into savings with the Edwards Kia Summer Sticker Sales event. You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ with Avarie Howard joining us to put a bow on the College World Series. Abe, I appreciate your understanding with the flexibility of the time of this show. I saw you give it an LOL in the chat, so I knew we were cool. What's up, Abe? How we doing?
I'm good. It's okay. Don't worry. We had a late night last night anyway by the time we left, so I don't mind the extra time. Glad you guys had that combo.
I feel so bad, Abe. I started out, like when we first started working together, I was like, oh man, super bright, young, up and coming. I feel like we need to protect her. Now you've been around us so long, and I'm almost embarrassed now. It's like, oh God, it's gotten away from us.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're not on time constraints anymore, so
you've been around me so long, and we travel together, so it's like I know, like things can get away from me, but sometimes when I'm watching it unfold real time, like I just need help. Like somebody's got to help. If you know Ravi, when Ant said what he said about Darryn Peterson, Ravi probably would have bet his wife. He was so mad. It was like,
what was his comment?
He said that Darryn Peterson was going to be a top 3 or 4 shooting guard of all time.
So Ravi gets mad.
On it was just we're downhill.
Yeah, Ravi goes, all right, you set the terms, whatever you want. Darryn Peterson will not be first team All-NBA in the next 10 years.
That's what you said, Ravi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ann could have said, I'll bet you 1,000, but Ravi wouldn't even let him finish the number. He's like, fine, bet.
Pick your number.
Ravi, even though you don't like him, like you have to admit he's a good shooter.
Listen, okay, good shooter.
Oh, Kansas fan here.
Listen,
here we go.
Good shooter is one thing. In order to make first team all pro, you have to play 65 games a year, which seems like a huge uphill battle for my guy.
But I feel like you're just like, no, not.
You gotta stay away from the creatine. You gotta be careful there, bud. That's number one. So like he just might not be eligible in the next decade to be first team all pro. So that's going to be his biggest problem. Number two, like he said he's got Kobe in his blood. Do you think an agent would have been able to drag Kobe kicking and screaming off of a basketball court?
I have seen a lot of comps though, Abe, where they've called him Kobe Light.
You know, man, what are we talking about here?
I love Kobe. You know it's blasphemous to me, but I'm not mad.
He's Kobe Light, like saying LaCroix is like Juice Light. Like I can barely taste it. Like, yeah, they're playing the same game, but we're not in the same neighborhood here. It's like whispers of Kobe's essence, maybe. But here's the other thing. Like, the part that made Kobe special, like, yes, he had the game. But the part that made Kobe special was like up here and in here. And that's the big questions with DP. Because it's like, it's not just the cramps. He's also just like, my tummy hurts. I can't play against Arizona. I don't feel good.
If you could have been sitting here just to see Ravi fuming, you would have been tickled. Like, he's like squirming in his seat, just ready. You know ball. You like KU. Like, you listen to this guy just blast the Jayhawks. What are you thinking, Abe?
There's the talent's there, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
The talent's there, but like, that's not a guy I feel like I can bet on because of all the other stuff. Like, if it's always something, then it's always gonna be something. Like, people like that.
What are they saying? What are they saying? Like, you're familiar with people. They're like, what's the scuttlebutt on DP?
Well, it's actually kind of interesting because I feel like have some good close friends that are close to the program at home. And for a while, they were kind of willing to put up with it, I think, for a little bit, just because he was so talented. And I think that was the overarching theme is like, okay, it is what it is. Like, when he's in the game, like, he's such a game changer that doesn't matter. I do think once it came to, was it the Arizona game? The one that we play? That one was frustrating for people also because his agent was in the building and it was just starting to get really fishy. It was just weird. It was just like, there's too weird of a correlation here. I will say though, every time he was unavailable, Melvin Council like became the guy and he rose to the occasion. And then they had like where other times when DP was in the game, Melvin Council kind of became his sidekick and he didn't play as aggressive. When BYU was in town and Darryn Peterson played that way and you get a taste of that and you have that kind of win and then you have to deal with the rest of the season where he's like, maybe not. We'll see. I think that was when fans were like, okay, enough's enough. Like, we just need to know, like, are you in or are you out? Because you just helped us with this BYU win. They had game day there that weekend. Energy was off the charts. I think the fans were kind of feeling this sense of return a little bit for KU basketball was possible in this season. And then after that game, it was kind of like, okay, hit or miss, don't know what to expect. Certain guys would play to certain levels when he wasn't in. I don't know. That's kind of what it seemed like a little bit. It's weird because I don't know what to make of it because when we got at the end of the season, there was a few stories written about how he had the full body cramp thing. It scared him. I think he was in his head. He had to go to the hospital. So of course, you don't be judgmental of a kid who's, I don't know. But at the same time, you just don't know what was real and what wasn't real. Ravi's giving me a look like I don't give two Fs.
No. Here's the thing though. Like, everything.
Oh, Abe, I know you're not afraid to cuss. You can cuss Ravi out if you want to.
She cusses me all the time. It's fine.
Like STFU, Ravi.
Abe and I talk a lot. It's good. It's cool.
No, I'm not giving you a hard time. I just like that you're sitting here like, no, that's great. It's a great answer. I don't care. That's good.
No, well, part of it is like, I hope everybody at that BYU game got there early because if they got there after halftime, they have no idea what you're talking about because my boy didn't play.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The first half was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, oh, right. This is the guy. And it's like, where'd he go? Mm-hmm. Which is, again, like everything you said, I believe, but it's the entire essence of the problem, right?
No,
like,
I get you.
You don't know when he's going to play. And then here's the other thing that was incredibly fishy, right? Oh, we had the cramps. We had the tummy bug at Arizona.
Would you stop saying tummy?
No, I have to make it sound as infantile as possible.
You didn't like kids.
I have to, you've got all this stuff. And then when the narrative reaches a certain point, all of a sudden it's like, oh, he plays all the games now. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like, that's
it was weird.
That's the whole problem is like, listen, if I understand full body cramps are painful and scary, but like, if that spooks you enough that you're like, if anything feels weird ever again, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a good sign to be a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, I get it's scary. I'm not discounting what he went through. What I am saying is like, yeah, your mindset probably needs to be a little stronger than that if you're going to be the third best shooting guard of all time.
Yeah. Part of me can't blame him because now that I'm no longer a collegiate athlete, I don't have like a free trainer to my right. Like, my right knee hurts. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. I got to go pay for someone to look at it. Where before I'm like, oh, I'm having back pain. Oh, it's just stiffness because we ran yesterday. Now I'm like, I got to go pay for someone to figure out if I got something. I don't know. I don't have a free trainer on my right side. And ever since I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Hey, you're like my other therapist, Abe. How much would you have talked me off the ledge with my feel that Oklahoma and their quiet confidence was driving me up the wall. I get it. It kind of made them who they were, and they get it from Skip.
Yeah.
Could you feel it watching those guys real time that like, man, these guys are bordering on cocky, but certainly confident?
Oh yeah. I'll be honest. I went to game 1 of the Lawrence Super Regional.
They hammered a good team.
They did. And KU was coming off an incredible run, KU, when they hosted Arkansas. The way that they made Arkansas kind of look silly in the later parts of that game. The energy and the confidence that Oklahoma was playing with in game 1 of the Super, 2 innings in, I looked at my dad and I was like, KU doesn't have a chance. There's just there's no compete that is going to come up to what Oklahoma is playing with right now. Whatever they went and did at the Georgia Tech regional, it absolutely fueled what they did the rest of the season. I think they had all the parts, but to do that against Georgia Tech on the road, to beat them the way they did, I think it was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. And the confidence that they were playing with in Lawrence, it was off the charts. And so I had told a couple people, I'm like, if they play like this and they make it to Omaha, I don't think anyone's expecting it from them, because if you didn't watch the Lawrence Super Regional, you maybe you're not expecting this. You're thinking, okay, they've got a couple hot bats right now. No, it's so much more than that. And so I wasn't too surprised, if I'm being way honest, about Oklahoma's performance in Omaha. I saw it firsthand in Lawrence. They didn't waver. The weather delay both days, nothing slowed them down whatsoever. And I think they were used to being doubted the entire season. No one looks at Oklahoma baseball right now in the SEC and is like, oh yeah, that's the one we're going to worry about. So if they don't have themselves, they don't have anyone. So I think they've kind of had that mentality all year, just a matter of getting back to the team they were in the beginning of the season. But they'd already take their lumps throughout the SEC conference play, that when it came time for some of these big games, it was like, yeah, we kind of know what we have here. But yeah, I don't think there is a quiet confidence about that. Maybe to some people, like I said, if they weren't paying attention, but they were very confident in one another, and that's all they really needed.
Hey, when you're looking at this series, we talked before on Friday or Saturday before the championship. You know, you were hoping 3 games. We got 3 games. Yeah. Outside of that, we were not great on our predictions in terms of how those games would play.
I know.
How surprised were you just by the way the actual games played out? Whether it's 13-2 yesterday, we really didn't have any terribly close games. I mean, Sunday was the closest.
Yeah.
Like, how surprised were you from what you expected going into what we ended up getting?
I know. Well, if you remember when we did our little preview and you asked me to pick, it was like every time I made a point about North Carolina, I feel like I had to make an equal point about Oklahoma. And that's really how I felt about these two teams. And I do think the way each game started made sense to me. I mean, I think we had a couple of innings where there was dominant pitching performances, but also the bats that we had seen from both of these teams came alive at certain times as well. I kind of thought we were going to have more of these back and forth, like maybe 2-run, 3-run innings. And then we'd go, 0 runs for a couple, and then someone would find their way back on base again, just with how aggressive Oklahoma is, or when you get to the top of the lineup for North Carolina. At the end of the day, I kind of think the bottom of the order at times for North Carolina kind of hurt them.
Yeah.
And a lot of the production, if it didn't come from the top, they kind of struggled there. And that's where I think Oklahoma was the difference, is they got so much production from the bottom of their lineup as well in the final series. That really made a difference. And I also, when we talked, I didn't expect, I think, some of the struggles that North Carolina's pitching staff was going to have. I don't even want to say struggles, but I think yesterday when Walker McDuffie came in, I was like, okay, he hasn't pitched a whole lot in the last couple of days. I thought he was going to have his stuff a little bit more. And I think for them to have to go to Glauber when they went to him, yes, do I still think it was the right decision? Yeah, I mean, this is the last game of the season, and you're going to go get the guy that's 29-0 for you. But in that situation with the pitch clock and the bases loaded and just everything from the minute that he came in, it just felt a little off. And so I personally thought if North Carolina had to go to their bullpen before Oklahoma, I thought they'd be okay, just because I didn't know if we've had to see the depth of Oklahoma's bullpen, just because their starting pitching has been as dominant as it was. So that part threw me off a little bit. And I think just the production top to bottom from North Carolina's batters just didn't come alive as much. And I kind of think that was the difference.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch a team that had hit that many home runs in the last third of the season, the last quarter of the season compared to the regular season, which was well documented. But the part that people don't talk about is they already were a team that put pressure on you on the base pass, right? They're very aggressive. Yeah. Super aggressive. So when they started to add the long ball, that gave them the invincibility component Then all of a sudden you saw last night in the championship game, what had made them competitive was their first 8 hits, they had 7 singles, right?
Yeah.
It just wears on you emotionally as a pitcher and as a defense, where you're like, man, you're not barreling up. You're barreling up some balls, but these are singles, right? So over time, I think it gets really, really annoying.
Yeah. And I think that, like I kind of mentioned the difference, but like you had a couple of the guys in this lineup, whether, Jason Walk's been a good leadoff guy, but like what he was able to do in the last handful of games. And then you have a Deshaun Harris as well, what he's been able to do in the last couple of games. When you get X amount of hits or home runs from guys that don't usually give that for you in the season, the regular season, even in the postseason, I mean, that's an extra boost as well. You know, at any time, there's different guys in this lineup that aren't just finding ways on base or getting a walk. They're hitting home runs. They're like you just said, DB, they're barreling up these balls. And also beyond that, they're making huge plays in the outfield. And that's fueling a lot of this confidence for those two guys as well. But I do think that was the difference, is you had guys in big moments, game 1 and game 3, that came up when they needed them.
Avery, let's go to the North Carolina side of things. Obviously, another opportunity for the Tar Heels to kind of break through and aren't able to do it. Just as you were kind of watching, I know you keep a close eye on the dugouts and the coaches and everything as you're kind of reporting down there. Just what was the vibe? I know for like Coach Forbes, there's probably more of the history behind it than there was with maybe some of the players, although, you know, there are some guys here a couple of years ago as well. Like, just what was the overall feeling for North Carolina as they fell short again?
You know, I actually didn't get to see them as much as I usually like to watch the opposing team after the end, just because there's so much craziness down there. But it was definitely defeat. I think at a certain point there was nothing going for them, even halfway through this game. And it just didn't feel the same energy from them. And I talked to Jake Schafter about it yesterday or 2 days ago, just like the positivity of their head coach and what that does for this team. Coach Forbes is an incredible head coach. And if you feel for him, because he's been a part of the staff for 25 years, you know, he's North Carolina through and through. And he's had one of the most consistent programs in a handful of years. And so I think eventually they're going to get that title, but I can imagine that pressure is, you know, riding high on this team and himself as well. But he just coaches with such a positivity. And I think even some of that was, you could just tell it wasn't impacting the team as much as you'd seen maybe yesterday when they knew their backs were against the wall. But then again, I didn't get to see them a whole lot towards the end of the game. It was really all Oklahoma. Anything Oklahoma wanted to do, it felt like it was going their way. But yeah, it was a little bit of defeat, I would say.
You know, what's interesting watching them is they've come to Omaha with such really, really, really good teams. It would have been very ironic for this team,
this version of them,
this version of them to be the team that breaks through, given how star-studded they've been. And Forbes got off to such a shaky start, taking over for Mike Fox. I kind of wondered, right? And then I watch. He's kind of a lover through conflict, right? Like he's not like, it's more like, hey, come on. Attaboys. It takes a certain, just watching the contrast in style. Skip, who can be a little terse, kind of got the one-liners, little punchy, versus watching Forbes. I thought the coaching styles were really interesting.
Yeah, and I said this the other day too. And like one of my favorite things about the College World Series, though, is that we get this firsthand experience to all the different head coaches that make it to Omaha. And there's a common theme amongst all of them, whether they coach, like you just said, like Forbes or Skip, they all have this unconditional love for their players that transcends just this game. And they love them as humans. And it's really cool to watch how these coaches show that, because yes, it's a little bit different, especially when you look at this matchup. Skip looks like he's dry on the surface, but he's evolved his coaching style. He cares about the mental side of things. He's realized that the game's changed, and he said he's changed the way he's coached because the game's a little bit different. The players are surrounded by different things. And then you hear Coach Forbes, who talks about it very openly and how much love is very important in his community and his program. And so I think it's been really, really cool for us. I like when I listen to a head coach and I feel like I'm learning things. And I feel like we got that from both of these head coaches. But it is funny because I think last night when we saw Skip Johnson smiling and having some hugs, it was like, okay, He smiled.
He's got it in him.
He has fun. Yeah. Even though you know that, like, you can tell the players respect him immensely. And Jay McCreary has said it yesterday. He's like, whatever Skip tells you, you better freaking listen. And that's just the kind of respect that they have for him. And that doesn't happen if you don't love these players as people. And you can tell the way this team loves each other. But yeah, it is interesting. Forbes is very open about it. He loves to speak about, you know, the culture of this program, where you might not understand what you're going to get from Skip Johnson, but you know, it's there too. But it's been a joy to watch, honestly, all the coaches that came through the College World Series this year.
Avery, what do you think you're going to remember about the 2026 College World Series?
It's going to be so cliche, but it's the Branch family. I don't know if we'll ever see a story quite as incredible, quite honestly, and getting the opportunity to kind of get to know their family this week, I think that just is the cherry on top. They are such an incredible family. Getting to meet their dad, Rusty, he was standing by the dugout before the Georgia-Texas game. And immediately I was like, oh, well, there's my dad at a baseball game. I'm standing by the dugout. Doesn't have to say a thing to any of the players, just points at them. And they would point back, and you could tell there was this family atmosphere, right? And even when Wes Johnson saw him staying there, he gave him like a fist bump, and they didn't have to say anything. Kind of reminds me of you, DB, when you walk around the field pregame, you don't have to say anything to the players. You just kind of give them a hug, and they're like, yeah, whatever. That's kind of what it gave me. And I'm watching this in real time, and I'm like, this is my dad at a baseball game, because he can't help himself. He's got to be close. He doesn't have to say anything, just as a point. Yeah. You know, and so I was like, okay, I can relate to this. Well, then he was talking to some of the media members, and, you know, they've been swamped with media. He could have easily been like, I'm good. I'm going to go watch my son, whatever. I'm going to go watch him warm up. Well, he was talking to everyone, and we got to talking. He was asking about just Omaha things and stuff like that. And I just asked how they were handling the emotions coming off the Oklahoma-Georgia game. And he said, you know, it actually not well. We're not doing well. Last night was really hard. We didn't know what to do. We didn't have to cheer. We didn't know who to support. And he goes, we all left. And even the two youngest got back to the hotel and said, that actually sucked. I didn't like that. And he said, on paper, we thought this was going to be a really cool experience. But now that we've gotten here, it's kind of felt like this lose-lose experience, watching our boys have to play each other and knowing, oh, we kind of forgot that one of them has to lose to win the whole thing. And they were like, you know, the last thing we want to see is the oldest one lose and his career at Georgia comes to an end. But of course, we want to see Kyle succeed. So to have that conversation with him, and to him to be so gracious with his time, and then for Colby to have that home run after having that conversation with him, I'm like, that's the only way this family felt like they probably could have won, right? Is to have that moment. And then for yesterday to happen where Kyle has been struggling at the plate and then has 6 RBIs yesterday, and his last in Omaha is a home run. Like, there's just things about this game that you just really can't predict. And I think Skip Johnson said it best yesterday. He's like, this game will reward you if you keep doing the right things. And he was like, Kyle was struggling, but he worked so hard that I was never going to take him out of this game. He does the right things. And he was like, I told him to adjust halfway through the game. He did. And he goes, the game rewarded him because he's never cheated the game. And so I just think for a family to have those moments, it's fun to obviously watch those things happen to a good family and a good group. And it's been an insane postseason for them. But I just don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that. Like, how are you going to have 2 boys have their last at-bats in Omaha be a home run? Like, I don't know how you top that. But it was incredible to meet these families that we get to talk to. They're so gracious with their time. And even after the game, I got 2 hugs from Rusty because he was like, thanks for everything. Like, I don't know the Branch family that well, but it really is cool. Just the relationships that you build during this. And I think that was one of them, just to watch the pure raw love and emotion that these families have for one another. And I'm watching the moms, like during Oklahoma, like hitting, they're like running up and down in the stands, like finding the parents, like high-fiving and stuff. And I'm like, gosh, my parents do that for my brothers, but can you imagine doing it in Charles Schwab Field? Like, that's incredible. So really, really cool to experience.
And it's crazy you're talking about this because of how close and how much you love that's how you rock with your family.
Yeah. Oh, people probably think I'm crazy because during the game, I make fun of my dad. Then here I am. I sit in the media room and I watch the TV so I can listen. And then I go and stand in the first base, so I can listen to the dugout and I can be in the atmosphere. And then depending on which team's kind of like popping off, I go and stand in their little fan section so I can be in the atmosphere and see who's doing what. And then I go back down and I listen to the broadcast a little bit more. And then I go stand in it's
just like you do football.
I just can't. I have to be in it. I can't exclude myself to like the silence. I'm like, I have a front row ticket to this place that I love so dearly. And these families are experiencing something they never may ever get again. So like I have to go. I have to go do it. I have to. And to watch the families like embrace one another. I mean, these families, these baseball families, whether it's football too, like you take care of each other's kids, you know, and your family on the road, and you'll do anything for these kids because some parents can't make it. And so to watch them experience all of this together and cheer on each other's kids, like they'll never get this time back. And I think they all knew how precious it was. And so that stuff makes me emotional. And I loved getting to witness it for them.
All right, last one from me, because there's only going to be one Jayhawk. That's a first rounder, which is rare for Self, and I'm sure the fans feel it. And it was weird to say he's coming back for just one more year. But where would Avarie Howard draft Peterson?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm not an NBA person. I'll be honest with you.
Would you take him top 5, top 4, top 3, top 2?
I don't know. I don't even who else?
Not even relative to the field. Would you, knowing what you know about DP, roll the dice?
It's hard. Like I think he's a top 5 talent. 100% I do, but I just don't know if you want to put up with all the other stuff, and we don't have enough proof or evidence from the rest of the year to know if that's going to be him full time. I don't know.
She's close to you on that one. Finally,
I am. I do. I'm very much that kind of person when it comes to any draft. Quite honestly, I think all the other stuff you bring to the table is just important as the person you are on the court or the field. So, do they want to put up with it? There's just no, like, I have a hard time believing they're like, yeah, we'll just let it go. Like we'll just take you for the 15 minutes and then everything. Like I have a hard time believing that. Like I'm interested. I would love to be a fly on the wall in some of these meetings. I would love to know. You know,
well, he only decided to meet with one team, so it would have been a short trip. Abe, we appreciate the time.
At least always. He's consistent, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And you can attest. This is who I really am, for better or worse. Abe, we appreciate the time. You did a great job on the coverage throughout the series, and we were glad we got to put a bow on it with you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just gonna go be sad now. So.
All
we have football.
All of our college baseball postseason coverage brought to you by Edwards Auto Group and Edwards Kia. The Kia Summer Sticker Sales event is on right now at Edwards Kia, and the deals are as big as the season. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid S all-wheel drive starting at $299 a month. A hybrid lease built for summer, or step up to the 2027 Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive starting at $469 a month. One of the most capable SUVs on the lot. Both offers expire June 30th. Slide into savings before the month is gone at Edwards Kia. Visit Edwards Auto Group or stop by Edwards Kia to get started. That's the show for today.
That's boy, we're wild.
What happened? What happened?
I'm just going the first hour to the last. Hey, family, 11 hugging on one another. Like the first 45 minutes was a debacle. Expletives.
Well, that's Shane's fault. He
He
hit the F-bomb early today.
Oh,
it's not my fault.
Oh, it absolutely.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's Robbie's.
What did I do?
It's everything.
I didn't make him say the F word.
It's
you got up in the morning.
Always. Until I don't.
What were you guys talking about when you came in?
He just wanted to know if you defecated in your pants.
John Papuch in his pants.
Chai. See, you've been around Rico. You've been around Rico way too. Really?
You got to do a better smooth transition out than that.
That's the show for today.
Go back and listen to Austin's outro music yesterday.
It was real funny.
When he wanted to get off the show. It was. He did it. I was gonna say orally. He did it. He made the noises.
Himself. He sang it
himself because everybody was afraid that they couldn't get on your computer. And then Rico.
There was no computer here.
Then Rico did Michigan Lance's voice. It was very
great into the show. It was great.
It was very on brand.
That's DBM Ravi. We'll be back tomorrow. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
You should expect more from a pre-owned car. Hundreds of vehicles starting at $16,000 across 9 dealerships. That's just the start. There's a gold standard to our lot. See what makes it certified at Edwards Auto Group.
It's time to slide into savings at Edwards Chevrolet. Lease the 2026 Chevy Trax LT for just $349 a month, $0 down with your first payment due at signing. 2 great Chevys, one big June event. Slide into a 2026 Chevy Equinox LT for just $399 a month, $0 down with your first payment due at signing. Get to Edwards Chevrolet today. Together, let's drive.